of time I say send the dread come here.
Let me beat him. Enough time here upon the program.
There's upon the program me I beat the dread every day.
No, enough time.
You hear me a call for dread. You hear me a call for no debate with the dread.
When the dread come now.
You hear me a call for debate with the dread.
So people, on Tuesday, the man was saying, send the dread come for him to debate the dread. By Thursday, he was denying.
Ever asking to debate.
Ever asking for a debate. Now, denial, there's a psychoanalyst called Sigmund Freud who tells you about the process of denial. People sometimes go into denial when something unpleasant happens. And sometimes it can be good, you lose some money at the bank and you just tell yourself that it didn't happen. It's a way to escape reality. Now, this morning, we are hearing that some good Samaritan told him not to debate. We are hearing about that for the first time. And yes, this morning actually, listen, because I wanted to know how he would spin this thing. The good Samaritan might have told him over the weekend, but he was denying even saying that from Thursday. This is a man with a delusional mind. Playback Tuesday and playback Thursday, my boss. And then let us start the show. Listen to this man on Tuesday of last week. The first one.
Big up yourself, driver. Big up the Jamaican tourist team. You know, sir? Big up yourself. Don't come and with me cricket argument. Come and regurgitate. They turn the argument round about, no more cricket. Tell the judge to come debate me. Tell the judge to come debate me. Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. You know what I'm saying? Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. Tell the judge to come debate me. Me beat him for free and give the money to charity. You hear the mood? Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. Him take Steve Smith, me take Brian Lara. Tell the judge to come. Tell the judge.
All right, so that was the man being very confident, right? And then he realized, hold on, want me just to look away. By Wednesday, it clearly would now start to occur to him that, hold on, did I just make that mistake? What he has left for a brain started to realize that, hold on, I've definitely bitten more than I can chew here. And he therefore went into what the psychoanalysts call denial. It's only a good thing that there are tapes, big brand. Because by Thursday, here is the same dude who was on top of his voice, calling me out. Tuesday, this is him, 48 hours or so later.
Me hear your countless of time. Send the dread come.
Send the dread come here. Countless of time I say send the dread come here.
Let me beat him. Enough time here upon the program.
There's upon the program me I beat the dread every day.
No, enough time.
You hear me a call for dread. You hear me a call for no debate with the dread.
When the dread come now.
You hear me a call for debate with the dread.
So what you mean I said him for?
This is the type of person who tells you how big his brand is. But big for what? My brand is big because people know I'm very intelligent, very smart. Now, I was calling him the athlete on Friday. But I think that there are other more appropriate names for somebody who can say one thing one day. Don't bat an eyelid. And within 2 days, you're denying that you said it. Should we take this dude seriously? Should we? What does this say about the character of the man? What does this say about the levels that this man will go to say anything? Now, and the man say, I'm a pro box. Yes, I listened this morning. Because I wanted to find out, even somebody as mischievous and deceptive as he is, I wanted to know how he would wiggle himself out of the fact that he challenged me to a debate. The man says his mentor told him not. But he's telling you that Monday. He was denying that he even said it on Thursday. You determine, as of now, whether this man can tell you anything and you accept it at face value. You decide that. I know what I think about the man's character, about his level of intelligence, about his ability to say anything that comes to his mouth. I've long known what I think about this man. But here is no proof. Okay? This is living proof. I'm the Pro Box. You're the Prado. But you're on my mind. I'm on your mind every day. Wiggle this one out. I won't be listening tomorrow. That I can tell you. And nobody, people, I'm technologically very not great. So I didn't create these tapes. Somebody had to send me to them who says, enough is enough, Mr. Higgins. The bully needs to be taped. And we are going to send you the ammunition to do it. He ought to be embarrassed and ashamed of himself. Trying to destroy a man's career and making himself look silly in the process. Before we go to the break, one more time. The before and the after of a man with a very deluded mind. Play them before. And then let's play the before and then the after. And then let's go on to have a show.
Big up yourself, driver. Big up the Jamaican tourist team. You know, sir? Big up yourself. Don't come and bring me cricket argument. Come and regurgitate. They turn the argument round about, no more cricket. Tell the judge to come debate me. Tell the judge to come debate me. Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. You know what I say? Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. Tell the judge to come debate me. I beat him for free and give the money to charity. You hear the mood? Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. If take Steve Smith, me take Brian Lara. Tell me.
You're countless of time. Send the dread come.
Send the dread come where? Countless of time I say send the dread come where?
Let me beat him. Enough time here upon the program.
Then upon the program, I beat the dread every day.
No, enough time.
You hear me a call for dread? You hear me a call for no debate with the dread?
When the dread come now?
You hear me a call for debate with the dread?
To be honest, people, I'm feeling a little sorry for him. That's where I am. I'm feeling a little sorry for a broadcaster who has been exposed for what he truly is. Unintellectual, ignoramus, loudmouth, and I could go more, but I'm sure you get it. After the break, we invite your calls. Thank you very much.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Whether you are redecorating your home, looking for a gift idea, or simply feel for some retail therapy, Ascent Supercenter is the place to be. Regal Plaza Kingston and Linston. We have it all. From linens and curtains to appliances and cookware, furniture, rugs, and wall decor. It's everything for your home and more.
Ascent Supercenter, we're gonna make you smile. Make you smile. Ascent Supercenter, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
With so much to do in one location, make Mega Mart your one-stop shop. Pick up your groceries and houseware needs, grab a bite and pay some bills, fill your prescriptions and see the beauty products in our pharmacy, all in one amazing location. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
My Mega Mart, best value by far.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so now let's have a show. Let's have the sports session. I could go more in a people, but I'm sure you all want to call and talk about the things that are on your mind. I'm sure that is what you want to do. Let's set the first one. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
How are you, Faithful?
Faithful. Good afternoon, Faithful.
I'm very fine, thank you. There's a very popular host down the road from you. I'm not talking sports. When they come on, they give a half an hour promo, half hour talk up before the show. But at least we know that if you're going to talk, it's a notify us, Mark. I'm here holding for a long time. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk now, but at least you notify us. What do you think?
I don't agree.
You don't agree?
No.
Okay.
But weren't you notified?
It's okay. Yeah?
Weren't you notified?
No.
When I say notify, what do you mean?
You say don't agree. Anyway, what I mean?
No, Zidane talk to you. Yeah, when I say notify, what do you mean? Because,
like for example, usually we come on your talk for about a minute or two and they take the call.
No, sometimes they go longer, man.
Not usually. But you say don't agree.
Yeah, but when he started, he said he's going to do something and they will come to the calls.
Yeah.
So it took.
But where you call for talk?
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's what I don't know, boy. And the reggae boy, I think it was a good game. But I think the only problem I have, they have the propensity in the last part. It seems like they run out of steam and they always go on them at that point in time.
No, you know, usually when a team is behind, they come harder because they are desperate to get back into the game. So the team that is leading usually look like they're under more pressure than normal because that's the nature. Unless we're talking about two teams where one is far better than the other, they normally see out the game comfortably. But usually, if the teams are close enough, then you're going to expect a run from the team that is trailing. And I think that's what happened yesterday. I don't think we ran out of steam. Guatemala is a pretty decent team, this outfit.
Well, I think, to be fair, I think we take more shots at goal than them.
Yeah, man, we were the better team for sure. But it was clear on the day.
I want to give thanks to Blake. I think Blake made 2 decent saves in the last half.
Yes.
When they welcome that also give thanks to Blake. And
yeah.
In my view, they are looking good.
Mm-hmm.
The next point, you know, I'm wondering if Western know how much damage they have done to us.
How much damage they have done to we who follow the cricket?
Yes.
Them must know, man. The Westerners them live, man. I'm sure when them go home, man, they pan them like a corner, man, and man make them know, say, boy, this not right.
You were talking a while ago, and if I should analyze carefully what you were saying some person who are, for example, when they went to a bank and lose money, they
are in denial.
Right, the shaka fit eat them so much. I don't know if they in a place where they can realize it anymore.
Well, in Westerners cricket case, I think this has been happening to us for so long now.
Yeah, so
you can't deny a thing what you said 2 days ago. But with Westerners cricket, the downward spiral has been for years now. You can't deny that.
Look at it. We have a decimal plane and wins. I don't hear most people come and say, well, I wonder if it's on the radio or not on the radio the first time.
By the way, we're making some plans to carry the short versions of
what you said to me?
Yeah, we're making them planned.
Short version.
The white ball, the 1 days and the T20s.
Okay.
Against India. You have anything more?
No. Mackenzie.
Yeah.
What did you think of his prospect?
Well, he's an opener by profession.
Right,
I don't think he'll get in the opening slot.
That's the point I'm making. So if I walk my chat, I know they're gonna play the guy.
Yeah, they're going to play Shifson and him. If he can get in, maybe they'll see him as a potential number 3. Let's see.
Well,
or maybe they'll say, boy, Shifson, you bat 3, because they might not want 2 similar kind of batsmen batting at the top of the order. Make us see how it works.
Yeah, that's fair. But even though I think what you're saying, it was too long. But I think your friend have lost out. He should not have made a great pronouncement. They must send you. And when you're ready to come, he's flipping out. Well.
We see the thing for what it is. Leave it there, sir.
Of course.
Bless you. Next call. Sir P.
Orville?
Yes, sir.
Zidane?
Yes, sir.
Orville, may I send out an invitation to you. Today is the last to go on this. Call Kian Rayner and tell Kian, if he tell world to apologize publicly to you for his statement what he made Tuesday and Thursday. I forget it. Unless in public apology to you, it will forever haunt him. Right? Make him mind set free. Make no serious man. Can with me, Say, what's that? What you do Thursday, Tuesday? And I will play it on public radio for the world for you 2 times.
Yeah.
Apologize to the man and say you're sorry for the statement where you make. I'm done with it. What do you think about that, Orville?
That's not gonna happen, man. He's gonna find another way to
No,
spin
that
this.
can make him pressure him.
Well.
Right? And the next thing, it's not a matter, there's a saying, say, for back food out of man's mouth. But sometime last year, I spoke to you about a racehorse commentator at Caymanas Park.
Yes.
Named Kevin Burnside. Right? And over here, Orville, Saturday, the 6th race, going 9.5 furlong, right?
Mm.
Now, I bought to ask there, Richie Rich. And the favorite was above, something from above, right?
Mhm.
Power of above. Now, this horse is a favorite. And the horse going, the race is 9.5 furlong. The 2 horses, are horse named Stein.
Mhm.
And power of above is not the same one, It's a different saga cloth, different number, and it's not the same color. And my ass and the favorite neck and neck,
Mhm.
right? But then put it this way, the announcer said it was a ass named Stein. So me say, boy, him can't match pace with my ass. So they go win. My ass will go win. Was it to find out, say, in a final furlong, the man say, is not Stein, is power of above.
Also, him carry wide while you're listening to the commentary.
That's the world. Because when my calculator do some review, and when I was laughing, and I said, boy, the announcer don't have a good day. The man that call a different task right through the night is not a matter sprint,
Yes.
The man a 9.5 furlong, a different saga cloth, different number, different colors, and you can mix up to a suppose people when they record tape it for
Boy. Hush, Mr. P. We want to squeeze 1 or 2 more. Chris Derring is actually here. I mean, no one want hear what I want to talk about.
Cool.
Man, so West Indies, some of the territories need to go it alone. Let's take another one, though. Chris Derring will be with us after the 1:30 break. Who else we have?
Hello?
Hello?
Rollington.
Yes, indeed. Orville, what's up, man?
Boy, I'm here, my boss.
Sit down, how it go?
Not bad, Rollington.
Let me just open with a quick condolence, gentlemen. Condolences go out to the family of Michael Reed, otherwise known as Taffy, passed away recently. May his soul rest in peace.
All
right. Zidane.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rollington.
Boy, let me tell you something, man. If Antonio was a bit sharper, him could have get about 2 more goals.
At least one.
At least
Yeah,
one.
Antonio got enough opportunities to bury at least.
You wonder why he's playing so well in every other way.
In the other
ball.
area, yes. So the other things you'd want from a striker, he's doing it so well.
Yeah.
He's moving into space well, pulling defenders away, running at people well,
Yes, him run,
linking the play
no
well,
more.
but he does not get the ball at the
like
back of the net. Yes.
I don't know. I saw many times him get the ball, and
There was one in particular when Guatemala gave away possession and the ball was slipped through to him, and he was hesitant. It took too long, and then he lost possession. I think that was a great opportunity for him.
But that's the only problem I saw.
Yes.
You know, I think we're on the way.
Yeah, man. Bobby Reed, let's give Bobby Reed some credit. He had a good game.
Yes.
First in a while.
It was a good game. It tested us, make us more aware for Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Orville.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you something. We can't sing as loud as Zidane now with this cricket thing.
Which one?
Tell me something, Orville. And it's a long time I've been wanting to ask you. This position, director of cricket, what does it entail?
I suppose the man who carries out the mandate of what the policies of the boards are regarding the cricket itself. So the whatever the president and the rest of the directors deem to be the direction, he's the man, I would say, chosen to carry them out.
Well, to be honest with you, I have looked at it and I don't see. I can understand the director of cricketers, but the director of cricket,
I don't want to say that Jimmy Adams was around for 6 years doing nothing. But, I don't see where it came down to anything.
Yeah, well.
They have they replaced him as yet?
Yeah, man, them replaced him with Miles Bascom.
Oh, Bascom, he was a selector before.
Bascom is also from the
Shallow,
Windward
yeah,
Island.
well, Shallow has placed some friends around himself, So the answer that he might want might not be forthcoming. You understand? A man might tell him yes when they should be telling him no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see what is happening to Weston. The chasm that we're going down into going to be much more difficult to come back out of. But this is what we get. So what can we do about it?
All right,
Rollington.
Rollington, we are leaving it so we are touching and go through. Cause like I said, we have Chris Terry in a matter of minutes from now. Yeah. Actually here at the station. All right, so Leon.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, afternoon to yourself and Zidane and the people.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man, look at sport. Now at Ashes.
Yeah, man.
Cricket over the weekend. Yeah, man, me I note some quality runs where Ben Stoker score. He may not score the quantity of runs where draw your attention, but in scores, in play some very crucial innings in England.
Yeah.
Sure. You see that?
Yes, man.
Because remember I make a 150 and not out. Take England on to victory a couple of years ago. And I think it was the Ashes.
Yeah, man, it was against the Ashes as well.
And
2019, I think it was.
In the T20 final, he never got to go swinging back. Because he knows that if he back through, England are going to make that totally. It was on a tricky pitch. You remember that one there?
I remember most of his important innings, man. So I would remember
he
that.
He make a 150 the other day and never win.
Yeah.
But, and the innings there, it demonstrates why people like me and not you, Orville, value in winning so much. Because if that innings wasn't a winning card,
you don't think I value winning?
Me not think Brian Lara 150 achieve.
No, man, but he made a century in a winning cause against Australia. You know,
right.
In the Ashes.
Make another one the other day.
Yes.
But it was not losing cause.
Yes. It doesn't change the quality of the innings for me, though.
Huh?
It doesn't change the quality of the innings for me.
So, how you value that innings?
One of the better innings seen in Test cricket in the modern era, for sure.
Right. But how you value it versus Brian Lara's one?
Which one? The one we make 150 at the other day are the one in 2019.
The last 150 we make versus Brian Lara's 150.
Boy, for Ben Stokes' innings was I rate Lara's innings more. And I'm going to tell you why. Ben Stokes at one point in time was playing without pressure. In the sense that if he got out, nobody would blame him. What he needed to win was almost out of his reach. So he was just swinging at one point, and nobody would blame him to get out.
Does the fact that
with Brian,
does the fact that he never quite bring it to him? No,
take away the quality of the innings.
Well, it does for me.
Well, it does for you, but do that for you. That innings for me would be better than some of Ben Stokes' innings when England win.
Clearly.
Right.
Between one and Orville, you talk about top of the tree versus top of the tree,
Yes.
So you can, between one and that year to the other day, very classy also. No, this is not this match. You see that?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I say, for me, what me I take away from this is that Ben Stokes, the batsman, is a much better batsman than his figure is average. Come now, after this one, go on.
No, man, you can't be better than your figures, man.
Than his average.
No, because what you do is remember the times when he plays spectacular innings. But you don't remember the times he fails. You can't better than your record, my boss. You're as good as your record.
But if a man make runs when the going is tough.
No, man, enough times the going is tough when he doesn't make runs. But you forget those.
All right, now move on.
Remember England 2-0 down, you know.
More touch like a football.
Before coming into this test. You have 30 seconds.
Yeah, man. I'm not impressed. We're not Amigos,
We're not a miggle.
What me say? We're not a miggle. I think Guatemala outplayed us in the midfield.
Mhm.
What do you think?
No, sir. I don't think so.
Midfield.
No, I don't think so. I think we're better than Guatemala right throughout the field.
But they had more of the possession, wasn't it, so?
They did?
I wasn't getting that incisiveness in the middle.
Come on.
Now
Guatemala that game could have ended first half in our field.
Huh?
If we were better, if we lack cutting edge in front of goal, and that's what saved Guatemala.
I think we're better on the wing. Clearly, we're better in the air. We're better on the wing. Even though we weren't getting very good crosses.
All right.
But we're better on the wing.
I think you've been very hard in terms of how you market.
No, but we have to play every game we play like a Germany we are playing Zidane.
Okay.
For them side, we have to prepare for no man.
No, we are not preparing for Germany.
We cannot drop full level, brother.
No, we're not preparing for Germany.
Guatemalan on the body.
They aren't? So who is us?
I sent it.
So who is us? They're going to Jamaica on a big side. It comes to stop the foolishness, already. You know, I'm going to qualify for one World Cup away. Stop the foolishness, bro. Jamaica. Go Guatemala on the body. We go and do my boss.
All right, do it.
All right, we'll take a break.
Give a little something. US $1 JD 150 every time you receive a remittance from Lasco Money Transfer to sponsor a social project selected by the Jamaica Social Stock Exchange. Say, I want to donate $1 to the cashier. Donations accepted at these locations: 38.5 Red Hills Road, Kingston 10, 15 Chandos Place, Poppin Square, Kingston 10, and Shop 203 Bayway Shopping Center, 3 St. James Street, Montego Bay.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited, Consumer Division.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
Fulham and West Ham are among a number of Premier League clubs interested in England's European Under-21 Championship winning captain, Taylor Harwood-Bellis. The 21-year-old Manchester City defender led the Young Lions to their first European title in 39 years with victory over Spain in Saturday's final. He also won the championship while on loan at Burnley last season. It is understood City valued Harwood-Bellis at about £15 million. That is sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
What's up, Sports Desk Massive? It's the new and improved. What you say? Can't stop to make a call? Well, you can still add your 2 cents by sending in WhatsApp messages or voice notes to 876-828-0925. What you say? During the Sports Desk, Mondays to Fridays, 1 to 4 p.m. Sponsored by BH Paints. Paint it, love it with BH Paints.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so welcome back to the Sports Desk. And as we told you, I think we told you from as early as Friday that we'll have Chris Derring in for a little bit to talk to us about his view regarding the territories in the region and the whole idea of going it alone. He's joining us right now. Good afternoon, Mr. Derring, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Derring.
First of all, what's your view? Because somebody told me that they heard you elsewhere talking about the going alone theory. What's your stance?
Look, one of the challenges we have with, putting forward anything that is new or anything that challenges the status quo is the emotional attachment to West Indies cricket that we all have. So, it's almost impossible to get to the real meat of a debate without first this visceral emotional response, about people trying to break up West Indies cricket.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, the end result that we all want is to see West Indies cricket thrive, recover, get back to a position of, if not dominance, which is very unlikely, at least a competitive product that we can all still be proud of. And I didn't have the luxury, and I still don't have the luxury of pretending not to know what I know, because I've been experienced, I've been around the world, I've seen what is happening in the other countries for 30 years, and we saw it coming. We spoke about it at length at the ICC, and they were very reluctant to do anything about it for many, many reasons that we can get into. But the reality is, if that we are going to have any semblance of chance for West Indies cricket as a holistic product to get back to where we can all be proud of it again, you have to look at what is the core fundamental problem. What happened in the world of cricket that changed, that the West Indies was impacted more than anybody else, and that is resources. Cricket was an amateur sport up until the 1990s. Yes, we called it professional, but in essence, the revenue base was purely gate receipt and sponsorship. And sponsorship back in those days was also very embryonic, in the sense that it wasn't true commercial sponsorship as such. I can tell you that Cable and Wireless, for instance, when they negotiated with West Indies Cricket Board on its sponsorship deal back then, when the guy left the luncheon meeting having agreed to a $2 million sponsorship, he had people from England calling the West Indies Cricket Board to ask what currency. It was essentially a donation to West Indies cricket. There weren't these commercial obligations. There weren't commercial end results that had to be delivered and so on. It was a donation. That whole world, that paradigm, the paradigm shift that has taken place in the world of sports since the 1990s was as a result of television coming into the world of cricket, which has dramatically changed the revenue base, the resource base, because the West Indies, no matter how many ways you add up Trinidad, Jamaica, Antigua, Grenada, is 5 million poor people. You can correlate the growth or the decline of West Indies cricket with the growth of international television revenues. And so that's one aspect of it, because you're talking about competing against now teams, even a Bangladesh with 160 million people as their domestic TV market, generating far greater revenues than the West Indies can. So the kind of infrastructure that they can put in place, the kind of development program that they can put in place over 30 years. So don't look at it as a one-off. We're going to spend some money and train some players. No, it's a 30-year sort of production line that has been developed.
So
wait a second. It's important to marry it to another issue, which is equally important. The other factor which came into play is that every other cricket playing country in the world have national resources as a driving factor. And national resources goes from everything from national pride, the school system, the whatever development programs that are taking place in country, driven and pushed by the fact that you want to play for your country. There is no such thing called the West Indies. And no matter how we try and romanticize it, because it has been an incredible asset that we all loved. And, the reality is that I've seen how it works on a practical level. No Caribbean government individually can push the kind of resources that West Indies cricket needs into West Indies cricket, because there's simply no political benefit to it. Jamaica got to Football World Cup though.
Yeah.
You get national holiday, you might even win an election. So, I've seen the realities of it, and I'm saying, listen, it is time to really rethink. And okay, we probably can't do a lot about the commercial realities. You can lobby at the ICC constantly to change the distribution of income, of cricket income around the world. I don't know what will happen. It has improved, but it's nowhere close to what it could be. But the reality is then we need to look at what is how can we create national resources? And the only thing that I can think of when you look at all the options available to you is perhaps maybe, now that you have things like the T20 and T10 and so on, maybe at that level, we play as individual countries, generate the kind of national resources that we might need so we can start producing Jamaican cricketers, because there's going to be an impetus to get Jamaica not just to the T20 World Cup, but to the Olympic Games soon.
I'm dying to get involved with some question. And I know the listeners, people will take one call per caller. We don't want one question
per caller.
And then after Chris leaves, we can go back to our regular thing.
And cuss me off.
No. I don't think. So here's my question. By going it alone, I hear you talking about T10 or the white ball version. Are you saying that Test cricket would be something that you're prepared to give up for the individual countries to get one day?
I'm simply looking at where the growth in the sport is taking place, and it's certainly
which means that you're
T20
prepared to give
level.
up Test cricket.
No, we can still come together and play Test cricket. The British and Irish lands come together to play at rugby level together, but individually they play as England and Scotland and Wales for other events.
Okay.
So let us say we come together at the Test level or whatever.
Yeah.
How can we utilize and take advantage of the dramatic growth?
Fine, but before I get there, would the ICC allow Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad, Guyana, Montserrat to play as individual territories in white ball cricket, but when it's Test cricket, these fragmented islands come together to form a Test team? How would that work?
Do you know the ICC has to make an exception now for the West Indies? For the West Indies to sit as a full member country?
You say that to say what?
Well, it is actually the other way around. As an individual country, we have a right to apply to the ICC as an associate and an affiliate. They have to make an exception to their constitution to allow the West Indies to sit as a full member country, because there's no country called the West Indies.
But will the law of the game allow you to play for Jamaica in T20? And then play for West Indies?
All of that we're talking about is what we have to put in place. Those shouldn't be barriers. How many members now of the ICC? 108. There are 12 full member countries. Do you know it used to be 7? Mm-hmm. Those countries plan to become full member countries, and they put in place whatever lobbying that needed to do, the cricket infrastructure they need to do to become full member countries. You know, in fact, I think legally, we probably have a much stronger case as a country. Can you imagine the Court of Arbitration for Sports ruling against a country?
No. I'm not saying that they would deny us the right to play on our own. It's now when you're asking for these individual countries to then come together
collectively for
Test cricket. But they made an exception for the West Indies before. So all of these are.
So you don't see that as a barrier?
I'm not saying it's a barrier. Everything is going to be a barrier. I mean, just emotionally to get over us playing individual is going to be a tremendous barrier. But I keep saying to people, it is going to happen naturally. Mm-hmm. And if we're not careful, it spells the death of West Indies cricket, because it will become, I'm predicting that cricket will become an Olympic sport. There are two things driving that. The growth of the popularity of the sport globally.
Especially the white ball version.
The white ball version. You now actually have a version that can be part of the Olympics, and the massive amount of revenues that cricket is generating. It's the second highest viewing sport in the world. Now, at some point, the Olympics is going to say, yeah, we need a piece of that revenue to fund all the other sports that don't generate any money. Right? Once it becomes an Olympic sport, is Jamaica prepared to now go as the West Indies? Us who dominate Olympics?
We went to the Commonwealth Games, was it?
We didn't go. Other countries went. And I'm
sure a Jamaican team went to
I don't remember Jamaica, maybe because I was based in Antigua at the time.
98 games. We did
in Malaysia.
In Malaysia. We did send
I saw Antigua.
That was the Olympics. That was the
Commonwealth Games.
Right.
It wasn't televised. There's no prestige. But you know, I ask people, when I saw during the ICC qualifiers, not this current one, a couple of years ago, Indonesia and Papua New Guinea and Oman, and they're all playing off for a World Cup spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, what have these countries ever done to deserve that kind of international
All right.
exposure?
Here, some more questions for Chris there. Remember, people, we go and detain him, lock the door so that he doesn't, he can't manage to come out for maybe the next 45 minutes. You can ask a question. Make the question short, and Chris's response will hopefully be short so that we can get in as many of you as possible asking about this thing about going it alone. We're coming back to you, though, right after this.
Be the envy of neighbors and friends. Fill your house with exceptional home decor from Carmen's Collection, located at 112 Constant Spring Road. Satisfy your desire with stunning and luxurious furnishing and accessories. Visit our showroom at 112 Constant Spring Road. Revel in trending items and immerse yourself in comfort. Pleasure your eyes and senses. Seeing is believing. Open Mondays to Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Carmen's Collection, your place for exceptional decor.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSE Online Trading.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. So we're talking with Chris Derring, and really, if you're listening to a sports program, Chris Derring really needs no introduction. Here's my one question for you. As an avid listener to this program, I know you have heard me talking that the biggest problem with West Indies cricket can be summed up in one word: passion, or the lack thereof. You believe that with government intervention, that passion can be recreated so that liquor boys want to play again.
It has nothing to do with government. Yeah. It has to do with national resources,
which are controlled by government.
No. Government doesn't control our track and field resources, but we have created an entire production pipeline from through elementary school, through high school, and
for track and field.
For track and field.
I don't think that's a question of resources.
No, of course it is a massive question of resources, because the resources that go into the development of a youngster from elementary school through to pros is very significant.
Why is that resources in track and field doesn't translate into our success at 1,500 meters? I believe that the reason why we do well at sprinting is the same thing why we were doing well at cricket.
Yeah, but we would not
love
do well
and
at
passion.
No, but we wouldn't do well at. But the point is that love and the passion also is generated by the fact that we see Olympic glory and Jamaica on the Olympic stage, and that's what we want to get to. So that generates love and passion. A little kid now doesn't see anything, this thing called West Indies. It's a very nebulous, amorphous idea that, hey, the kid today has never heard of it. They don't understand it. Give me Jamaica as a end result of why I want to see my thing on the, and that's what I'm talking about, generating national resources. Every time I talk about resources to people, automatically think money. That's not. No, national resources is everything from your school system to the amount of kids that you have playing cricket. Yeah. When you look at Ireland, when Ireland got beat us last year in the World Cup, everybody was up in arms. I'm like, I'm sorry, you clearly don't understand who we're playing against now. Ireland probably has 50,000 cricketers in their production pipeline, registered cricketers that they're monitoring all the way through from elementary school to the pros. You know, we don't have those kind of structures.
All right, who want to fire the first shot at Mr. Chris Derring? Hello, correction.
My time.
Yeah, man. Ask a question. We'll come back after Chris goes for the regular program, but we're dedicating the next half an hour or so to West Indies going it alone questions.
Okay, all right. Mr. Derring, good day, sir.
Good day.
Right.
All right. So based on your arguments just now, you're saying that when you say resources, it's not about just about finances. You're talking about structure.
Correct.
Right. Now, if we as a region who have this product called West Indies, if we have failed because it's basically individual countries that come together. So if we have failed as individual countries, firstly, remember no, because
hey, remember, me saying if you make the questions them short today. You're the man that take long to ask the question. Tell me all. Forget the question. Just one of the hallmark of a good question is just short. Boop, question. Now give me the LP, brother. Give me the single, man.
If we have failed as a region to put in these structures, how do you see us as a individual country being able to put it together?
You see how it's short? Good. Listen to that.
All right. It's very simple. Resources, there's no such entity called, no such country called the West Indies. So what will happen is that the resources that are generated based on, say, Jamaica's 2.7 million people get spent across the 5 million people across the Caribbean. Resources that are generated in Trinidad based on the 1.7 million people has to get spent across all it. So you get this totally, we already have scarce resources. And you get then this inefficient distribution of the use of those resources. So for instance, let's say Grace Kennedy. You notice Grace Kennedy sponsors Champs. Do you think Grace would get the same commercial return if they sponsored a Caribbean event like Carifta?
No.
No, because their main product sales are here in Jamaica. They're going to be able to focus and so on. And so you're able to generate higher value here. Another example, there's no television station that covers the Caribbean. So how are you going to generate television rights when you don't have any television station that covers the Caribbean? In South Africa, they have SABC. One cricket match on SABC, the whole country gets to see it.
All right, correction, thank you. Call back 2:30.
Yeah, man, all right.
We have anybody else? Line up another caller for Chris. My point though, Chris, where you and I are at one is that something has to be done.
Something dramatic.
The thing cannot continue the way it has been. But going it alone, I'm not particularly convinced. I have more questions. But
don't be simplistic about going it alone. I'm not talking about going it alone as the end result. Going it alone is an end, means to an end.
Right, but I'm saying I don't believe that is a means that will get us to that end result. Anyway, Alric joins us. Alric, ask your question. Hello? Yeah, Alric. No, Diego.
Oh, one, yeah, man. Mr. Darren, big up yourself, man.
Hey, Diego.
No, I'm glad you mentioning the resources, which is what I was missing. Now, here's my question. Why, I will rush it, but I spend 2 hours with World Trade.
Lord Jesus, Diego, me just why you ask the question short, so that we can get it. I don't want a conversation. Give me a question. Why are you difficult, man? Me don't want you wind up. Ask the question so that we can get in as many people who want to talk.
All right. Big man, give me a chance, man.
Ask the question.
No. I'm glad what you have said now, Mr. Daring, is that it can happen. So here's my question to you, because people say it could happen. Now, who can block this from happening? Jamaica can go apply for it, especially the white board. Can anybody block Jamaica? Can the West Indies Cricket Board, for example, block Jamaica from going it alone?
I suppose so. But it's like anything that you're trying to you're trying to achieve an objective. And if you don't think, remember, Western Cricket Board is an amalgam of the same countries. You don't think Trinidad is thinking the same thing? Barbados is wondering the same thing? What has Papua New Guinea done to deserve parading on the world T20 stage, or Netherlands on the world T20 stage, or one day international stage? More than Barbados, that has produced per capita the greatest cricketers the world has ever seen. So, they would consider the logic of it as well, and in fact, I was on a program the other day in Barbados, and Darren Gango and Philo Wallace mentioned when they played the Club World Cup and Trinidad got to be represented, Darren says he had never seen the kind of resources for the national team preparation because of the immense pride that Trinidad is going to be playing against all these big teams type of thing. And I saw it in Antigua when Antigua was going to Malaysia. Antigua Cricket Board was able to generate more resources for that one little thing to go to the Commonwealth Games than Leeward Islands has ever, because again, that's a microcosm. No such thing called the Leewards. Nobody wants to associate their brand with Leewards.
Diego, you ask you one question, but being Diego, I'll allow you to ask one more.
Thank you, boss. Because the reason why I say that, because
Diego is having a discussion. Diego, me no want no discussion. No, you ask that question, man.
Next question now.
Then just ask him, man.
Okay, calm down, man. So, Chris, so you're saying then, even if we want it, the West Indies Cricket Board can stop it?
No, I'm saying the West Indies Cricket Board, again, is an amalgam of individual cricket boards.
So if the individual countries want it badly enough,
the
West Indies
that is the West Indies Cricket Board. Jamaica is also part of the West Indies Cricket Board.
So if all the islands, Diego, decide that them go and do it, the West Indies Board is powerless.
Look at it this way. Look at it
Diego,
this way.
thank you. We'll move on.
Look at it this way. Imagine now Jamaica playing off against Grenada for a spot in the T20 World Cup. Do you not understand the difference that is going to make?
All right, here's my question for you. I understand your argument as it relates to the shortened version. And I understand your argument that ultimately cricket is heading in that direction. For Test cricket, though, the ICC may take years to give Test status to a brand new.
But we don't need Test status. I'm just talking about.
So you are saying that you are prepared in this trade
for West Indies
for
to
West
continue
for
as
the
a full member country
for the individual nations not to play Test cricket in 10, 20, 30 years.
Well, what I'm saying is why can't you're talking about generating revenue?
Oh, you're saying we would still play as West Indies
at the
test level.
Correct.
What if the ICC is not prepared to do? What if they are saying go alone if you want to?
They weren't prepared to do lots of things. They weren't prepared to split up the revenues at one point. Now they do and give a revenue share. There's so many things that cricket has changed over 30, 40 years. At one point, try and remember that the three countries that had a veto power at the ICC was England, Australia, and New Zealand. They created this triumvirate. You don't remember that time?
Was it Australia, England, India? They called them
No. This was before India became powerful. Okay. All of a sudden, television revenues came into the thing, and India controlled all the world television revenues. And so now India is the big boy, and they decide what goes.
All right, so it's a question of resources. If we go alone as T20 nations, the resources would come.
I think we have a better chance of generating the kind of national resources, a chance to put in place a national production pipeline, from our kids all the way through to pros and so on, which you don't have now because it's amorphous thing called the West Indies. So, Orville, nobody knows how many registered cricketers are in Jamaica. I would love I'd love to know that the JCA has a record, a database, and they're tracking all the fast ball, because I know that's what takes place in Netherlands. I know that what takes place everywhere in the world.
There's one or two more things to talk about. We're coming to the break, right? We take the break. We have Chris there again. Interesting topic. And we invite your calls. Preacher, see you standing by to get your one in. We take a break and we're coming back.
Get customized aluminum windows and doors at Hepburn's Glass Supplies, 13 Chisholm Avenue, Kingston 13. 10 years of experience guarantees satisfaction. Call or WhatsApp 876-773-4799. The time, courtesy of Hepburn's Glass Supplies, is 2 p.m.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
Avoid touching eyes, nose, and mouth. Hands touch many surfaces and can pick up viruses. Once contaminated, hands can transfer the virus to your eyes, nose, or mouth. From there, the virus can enter your body and can make you sick.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Time for music.
Yeah, man. We have it line up. We'll come to the music in a little bit. And then, people, remember, that's one question. Make the question itself short. We can come back after 2:30 and do a regular thing. But we want to get as many people participating as possible. And even if you call before, while Chris is on, you can still call back after 2:30. So we break that one time per program rule just for today. Can we play the music after this call? All right. So
preacher.
All right, here's my question before.
But you say rules can be broken if
Rules.
you
Here's my question, Chris. In football, we say we are individual as a football nation. We did go to the World Cup in '98. But I've covered football over Jamaica. When you look at the quality of the fields, horrible. When you look at the infrastructure in football generally, horrible. My question is, if the resources aren't directed to that level where we can be proud of our football package and make the kind of impact, why would it happen for cricket?
Well, I would use that as an example to show you why the only chance we have is to go it as Jamaica to generate whatever national resources we can. Because we all accept the dramatic difference in development programs, the production pipeline, because of the difference in resources in football. We all accept it.
Yes.
Why don't we accept it in cricket? I'll tell you why.
But here's the point.
I'll tell you why.
I'm saying the national resources and not necessarily money are not directed
but hold on,
in the direction of football.
But you're asking
the
me.
Premier League man never get 30,000.
But they're getting more because of they're getting more national resources because the outlet is Jamaica's football. If Jamaica was playing as part of the West Indies, I'm telling you, we'd probably get less. You'd generate less. You'd waste those resources. Just as I said to somebody, if we were to try and replicate the brilliant production pipeline that we have called Champs and the track and field product and try and replicate that across the Caribbean, it would fail because the resources would be diluted. We would not be able to spread it as thin. There'd be no national pride.
I have one small difference. I think Champs is not a matter of resources.
Champs is a resource. You see, that's when I say the term resource, you don't even recognize
I'm not understanding
as a massive resource that we have.
No, I don't. I think Champs is a matter of passion.
No, but Champs is a resource that we have that other countries don't have.
Well, maybe I'm misunderstanding the word resource.
Correct. And every time I use the term resource, people jump to money. I'm like, no. There's a production pipeline. If you ever see a professional production pipeline of English cricket and you see how they work through every level from elementary school or football. They do it in football from 4 and 5 years old. They know they have how much people at that level, how fast they can run, how high they can jump, and then they're working through that production pipeline all the way to the pros.
I understand it, but preacher,
music.
Music. We get the music. Preacher, we're coming.
Yeah, man. Brought to you by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color. This one is from Chalice. Good to be there.
Champs.
It's the only way we've got to go. We've got to walk across the river. Children of Zion going home. It will be good to be there when the gates of Zion are closed. Good to be there. Good to be there. Good to be there. It will be good to be there when the gates of Zion are closed. Good to be there. It's a rocky road, yeah. So rocky. Good to be there. It's the only way to go, yeah. Good to be there. Gonna leave the fire down below. Leave the fire down below. Oh yeah, below. It's a rocky road, yeah. It's the only way to go, yeah. Hey, it's a rocky road. Hey, it's the only way to go, yeah. Hey, hey,
All right, that's Chalice. Good to be there. Brought here by Edge Campaigns for people who dream in color.
All right, so we turn to Preacher. Preacher.
Yeah, afternoon, gentlemen. Afternoon, Chris.
Afternoon.
My question is, given that cricket, unlike sports like football and basketball and so on, has less, if not any at all, opportunities for scholarships and upward social mobility for young people, what, even if we go to individual nations, what would be the attracting dynamic for young people to be playing cricket when only 22 of them could represent the country at any given point in time? Well, 14 really, because it's a 14-member team will be picked.
Sure, but remember now, it's apart
Respect,
from
Preacher.
a good question. Apart from the representing your country, you're showcasing yourself to go pro. What is happening around in T20? There are leagues starting all over the world. I don't know how many of you know about the Major League Cricket that's starting in the US.
Yeah, man.
Have you seen the stadiums that have been built for this thing? The new one in Texas? My God, it's big Indian money going into it. There are 200,000 cricketers in the US. Does anybody knew that? There are 400 leagues playing in the US. Diego supposed to be able to know all of these statistics. Cricket is a rapidly expanding sport at the T20 level, and we've seen it. We've seen it in other countries. Netherlands in 2007 probably had 2,000 registered cricketers. They have 6,500 now. Ireland had probably about 7,000 registered cricketers in 2007. They have 52,000 registered cricketers now. I can't pretend I don't know these statistics or know what's happening and then relate it to what's happening in Jamaica or the Caribbean. But to me, I'm in the absence of statistics, just in anecdotal evidence, it feels to me far less people are playing now than 30 years ago.
All right. Who do we have now? Hello.
CC from Port.
CC.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
My question surrounds what Chris Derrin said about going to the Olympics and generate national pride. I want to ask, where does the national pride come from for England when Great Britain is the one who represents them at the Olympics? However, them have England, Ireland, and all these other countries that plays cricket. And if in the fact that cricket goes to the Olympics, will England go as England or would they go as Great Britain?
That's going to be an interesting conundrum.
All right. Good question.
That's a very good question. I can't solve how Britain is going to handle theirs.
Yeah.
But they have their own challenges in terms of people. You see, they play individual at Football World Cup. They play individual at all the other sports.
Except for
every once in a while, they come together for track and field. And I can see that conundrum hitting them as well with Britain going to the Olympics, especially if cricket becomes an Olympic sport. It's going to be a challenge for them. It's going to be a challenge for us in the opposite, because we are super successful as Jamaica. We jaminate, as we say. Can you imagine the furor if we dropped out and became West Indies for cricket? No.
I tell you, when I first heard that Chris Derring was suggesting going at alone, I was thinking you were thinking that it would benefit our test cricket.
But
I
it-
was
but
I
it
was
will.
coming.
And
coming
I'll tell you
armed
how
up.
it
Yeah.
will. I'll tell you how it will benefit. If we're not generating national resources now for our cricket, and we're able to generate national resources, you spoke about champs. It's resources like that we need in cricket. Cricket today in high school is probably. I just passed when I drove past a school one time. They're practicing the same way I used to practice 50 years ago in high school, that you get a few balls and you're in the net. When I go to the high schools in Ireland or Scotland or England or Netherlands, you have 10 bowling machines lined up. Wow. Why do you think the bowling machine bowling in swingers, out swingers, leg break, off break, they're building muscle memory from young, producing thousands and thousands of cricketers every year that they're going to get hundreds and hundreds of professionals, which are going to get a top.
You know what my view is? It is not technology that drives talent. I believe that it is talent that drives technology. I believe that Brazil will not put those kind of resources in cricket. I believe because the Brazilians love football.
Then why is cricket growing in Brazil?
No, man.
Why is cricket growing in Argentina? Why is cricket growing?
Yeah, but
so you're not going to get the prime.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're still going to get. So football is the most popular sport in the Netherlands, but yet they grew from 2,000 registered to 6,500. And so the point is, it's all relative.
I believe that resources are put there where there's interest.
No, but yes, I agree. Yeah. But the point is,
so
it's difficult to generate interest without having this national raison d'etre. So, as I was using the example of high school, we you'll get how much cricket balls you used to get a week to practice in high school.
We didn't get cricket balls.
Exactly.
We made them.
Well, exactly. That's my point.
Like primers.
You go to a high school now, you see barrels of cricket balls that are feeding into the bowling machines.
In high schools in Jamaica?
In overseas.
Overseas.
In South Africa. The practice facility for West Indies for the Cricket World Cup in 2002 was a high school.
Right. Your argument that if we go alone, then more resources nationally. And I get it. Because if Jamaica decides to concentrate on producing a high quality. But the Jamaican resources, no. We have a regional competition called, what we call it? The Super 50.
Yeah,
or
but
the
what does it mean? What does it mean to win the regional tournament versus if Jamaica was playing Trinidad for a place in the in the T20 World Cup? Totally different. When we play in the Shell Caribbean Cup, Jamaica versus Trinidad, anybody really cares who win that? Yeah, a little Caribbean pride. But if we're playing in a World Cup qualifier, the Great Stadium Ram.
But why is that? And I ask again, though, the resources, even though we are trying to get to the World Cup, we're not seeing that massive influx of resources aimed at football.
No, but it is more than if we were not going to the World Cup. And that's the comparative. So you can't compare.
So football is more popular than cricket in Jamaica. No, I'm prepared to. I don't think it was like that some years ago. 80s, 70s.
I would disagree with you.
It's an argument that we could have.
Yeah.
But football,
how I would define it, West Indies cricket was more popular.
All right, fine.
Cricket as a sport was not more popular.
All right, fine. We could have that discussion on another day. But the fact is that football is our most popular sport now.
Mm-hmm.
And it is not funded and resourced to the point where we can, every time we want to compete internationally, we have to almost import.
My point I'm making is that we are impoverished vis-a-vis other countries when it comes to national resources. But the point is you're getting the maximum. You're optimizing as much as you can get.
The maximum
may not be enough to propel Jamaica.
Right.
But the point is we're looking for solutions to generate the maximum.
So you're agreeing that even if we made cricket, even if we go alone as a T20 force,
I think we have a better chance because of our history in cricket.
All right, we're coming to that. We're coming back after this break.
Betting on your favorite sports and virtual games just got easier with AnyBet, Jamaica's premier online betting website. Visit us at anybet.com and sign up to enjoy our exclusive games and betting options at your fingertips, plus $1,000 welcome bonus. Try out our 200 instant games and our spin and win game with 34-1 odds. Also enjoy 10% weekly cashback on pre-match and live bets. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 18 years or older to wager. Any bet, your best bet.
Design your dream home with Total Hardware and Supplies. We have windows of all sizes on special. Doors galore. Choose from our wide variety of porcelain and ceramic tiles. Experience the best deals on sanitary ware, jacuzzis, shower enclosures, and baths. Just to name it, we have it all. Come on down to 2 Aiken Hill Drive, Pembroke Hall. Call us at 631-7648 or WhatsApp anytime 507-0865. Remember, same-day delivery available. Quality products, great prices. That's the Total Guarantee.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited, Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we have another 10 minutes with Chris Derring, who has kindly volunteered his time. One more question. Who else we have? Who else is there?
Hello?
Rollington. Yes.
Yes.
Ask your question. Give me the single, not the LP.
So Darren.
Chris, please.
Yeah, Mr. Chris Darren. Would you be available to lead us in these dangerous waters, because we have never been in anything like this before?
Lead us where, Rollington? Just start quick, man. Western is
I will always be available to contribute, Rollington, but I gave 12 years of my life to West Indies cricket. I think that's enough. But the truth is, I think it's also I'd be irresponsible to not give at least the benefit of those 12 years to whoever is going to lead us. You need a younger, more energetic leadership. But and the truth is, I know enough to know that I've been out of the market now for 12, 15 years. The television rights market has changed, for instance. You want to get people who are current. When I stopped negotiating TV rights with the West Indies Cricket Board around the world, the definition was about a paragraph of the TV rights that you're selling. By the time I finished, that's when I started. By the time I finished, it was 4 pages of definition. I can't even imagine where it has gone to now with streaming and, kind of other new rights. And so you need people that are current. I can only give you the benefit of what I saw and what I know and analyzing the things that I know.
Rollington, question asked, question answered. Big up. Call back if... No, he called already. Oh, he called already. Yes.
Yeah, man, that's cool, man.
All right. Who else we have with that one question? All right. First.
Gentlemen.
Good afternoon. Yeah, man. First.
Chris, good afternoon. Simple question, Chris. What is the registry for Jamaican cricketers now? How much cricketers we have on registry?
I have no clue, but I know when you Google anybody else's board, you get a number, and these are the kind of statistics that should be maintained. I'm not going to say the JCA doesn't have it. I would hope they do, because when you see the kind of detail that is available on English from the ECB on their development program, and not just cricket, on football. The Canadian I had lunch with the Canadian president of football the other day. He's now the president of CONCACAF.
All right, Chris.
And he was able to tell me in detail how many youngsters they have.
Before Orville running off, isn't that the problem in a microcosmic way?
All right, thank you.
The resources that are needed or whatever. We as a country and a region are not doing what we need to do to get it done.
Yes,
all right, first, listen to the response.
Yes and no, because it's a chicken and egg. Because I think the impetus is not there because you don't have a national outlet. If the Jamaica Cricket Association was responsible for us going to the Cricket World Cup, just like they're responsible for us getting to the Football World Cup, and we hold them responsible for not when they don't get us there, then you might see these kind of things happening. But until that happens, they're shielded. We blame the West Indies Cricket Board. Yeah. In fact, when West Indies Cricket Board fails, I haven't heard who's the president now. Mr. Heaven. I haven't heard his name called, but we're ready to cuss Mr. Dr. Shallow, who's now the new president.
That's the point where you make it. Where everybody is responsible, then nobody's responsible.
Then nobody's responsible.
Dwight Satu.
Hey, Orville, how you doing?
We're good, man.
Yeah, Chris, nice presentation, interesting presentation, I should say. But I just want to follow back on what Preacher asked, because I've heard all that you've said, but I'm not hearing the part of the presentation that leads to improvement or significant improvement in West Indies cricket. Right now, we have a team that's ranked 8th, and we're disappointed we don't make the World Cup. You have described a plan, which sounds to me, and you're the businessman, you're the wizard, but it sounds to me like you're shifting us to an organization that will have lower revenue, a smaller, less lucrative television market, less players, less facilities like stadium. And it sounds like this Jamaica team, which are Trinidad, which chances are will be the front runner, would be basically ranked maybe 25th, 28th in the world, struggling to make the World Cup.
All right.
But that doesn't sound like an improvement on what we have now.
All right, listen to the answer to it.
And you know, I can see that as a sort of superficial knee jerk, and I don't mean that in an insulting way. That is the sort of knee jerk reaction that you tend to get. But if you looked on what has happened in other countries, remember what we're trying to resolve. We can't really do a lot about commercial revenues just simply because of our size and the per capita GDP of our region. But we can seem to try and create national resources, which are absent now. So I can't see how growing national resources and putting that into our domestic cricket does not lead to a better international team. Because right now we have no national resources simply because Jamaica is not an outlet.
All right.
And it is a fallacy, quite frankly, to say that by spreading us out across the West Indies, spreading out resources across the West Indies, that you're going to get a better result than concentrating the resources in a particular country. Jamaica's resources will be focused on Jamaica. Trinidad resources will be focused on Trinidad. Are you telling me that by taking those resources and spreading it out now across Antigua and Grenada, and so on, you're going to get a better result? It's not.
All right. Dwight, it's a fair question. All right.
Okay, I can follow up with something quickly.
No, man, do it, man. We have to.
All right, no problem.
All right, yeah, man.
It's cool.
All right, so we're going to squeeze one more. The true analyst.
Right, how are you doing? Good afternoon.
Ask your question.
You know, I want to know all the sports you have in Jamaica and the Caribbean side. Jamaicans do the best at those sports, followed by the Trinidadians and other people, except cricket.
Where's the question?
The question is, I don't think, or I'm putting it to the president.
Have mercy. On the difficulty now. Yo.
No, I'm just putting it to the
Me no want you put nothing to the man, my boss. If we wanted a discussion, we would say discussion. Analyst, ask a question. Just like everybody. Yeah.
How few Jamaicans going to the top of the cricket?
Good. You see how it's simple? How so few Jamaicans go to the top of the cricket? And probably part B to his question is, how would this make us produce more good cricketers?
Well, first of all, why do you say so few Jamaicans get to the top? We have quite a number of international cricketers now that are playing for the West Indies, but are also playing in international leagues around the world. And they're some of the highest paid professionals in Jamaica that nobody knows of. White ball. Yeah. But my point is, you have to look at the future. Where is cricket? It's been heading that way for a while. Even the ICC is terrified of it. Why do you think the things like the Test Championship come up and they're trying to do things to reinvent that product to save it? All right.
True analyst, thanks, yeah?
You can't call back Travis.
My man can't call back and can't talk
about Blake, here.
No, man, we
are giving a chance, man. We are giving a chance. This man believes that Blake is not great as a king, man. But analyst call back after the break, sir. One question per caller. If we never hold them one man talk to you, they prefer talk to you than me.
It'll be a discussion.
I mean, I want to discuss that. Who else we have? We want to ask one question. That's it. All right. So we have maybe 2-3 minutes with Chris before we run. Can we save Test cricket? Can we get better at Test cricket? with any other way except
my
your
heart is
suggestion.
heavy when I think about Test cricket. It has given me more joy than probably anything else in life, with the exception of Jamaica going to the football World Cup from a sporting perspective. But the reality is that globally, Test cricket is struggling globally. We have this incredible legacy that we're emotionally attached to. So do we hang on to that legacy emotionally and try and save our West Indies Test team, or do we go with the flow? What is happening globally around the world? I don't know. It's a tough question. I hate T20 when it compared to Test cricket. I stay up and I wake up early and watch England versus Australia Test match.
Yeah.
That is it for me. I will never wake up early to watch a one-day international match. But the reality, I have to recognize that I am not the future.
Well, I still, you see, boy, when I look at our netballers, for example, Chris, them ball 2 years ago, or was it last year, one member of the team was complaining that they had to be handing around pans to collect. We're supposed to go to a Commonwealth, and this is a team that is ranked no less than 4th or 5th in the world.
How much money is generated globally by netball? What is the TV viewership of netball? And there's your answer. As a sport, we might love it and we might do well at it,
but
it's not a big money.
But
sport.
I'm talking in Jamaica though. I'm saying if cricket and football if netball can galvanize us into putting resources behind it. When we are the third best team in the world.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. How could you possibly compare netball?
No, man. Here's the question.
You can't possibly. It's not in the same scale. You're talking about the second biggest sport in the world. But Chris, I'm not that we actually have a place.
Listen to the question, Yeah. If we as a nation is not putting resources, using your word, the broad definition of resources, if we're not putting it behind a team that is ranked at worst 5th in the world, and at times them come 2nd and 3rd.
Because
why would we put it behind cricket?
Because it's not ranking. And when you say resources, remember a major part of resources is players, kids who want to play the thing. And you do not believe.
But we do not want to play even netball even when we are 3rd best in the world.
No, because what is the revenue? What is the outcome? What is the end result?
Oh, you're saying that the little ladies around the island don't see netball as an outlet.
You're making a point during one of the breaks. Who was the highest earner in terms of sports person?
Last year, based on just if they're not the top, they're right up there. Nobody don't earn more than them last year revenues. And it's all IPL cricketers, names that most of Jamaica has never heard of. Yeah. But when you go and play in all these leagues, the IPL, people need to understand the IPL is the 2nd largest league in the world for television rights. Only the NFL is bigger. I don't know if people understand the significance.
The IPL has bigger rights than
9.3 billion. NBA down the line.
Yeah. More. But a lot of that will be generated by India and the Indian.
It doesn't matter where it's generated, it's being paid out around the world.
More people watch IPL than the NBA.
And subscribe to it and pay for it. There are 30 million cricket fans in the US.
My boy, I'm going to start playing cricket, but I'm like it.
Correct. It is the 2nd richest television market for cricket. Yeah. US.
So in summary, you have 30 seconds. You want
in summary, it's not the end that we're looking at. It is simply looking at how can we generate sufficient national resources for a sport we all love. Nobody wants to break up West Indies cricket. Right. We're trying to save it.
All
right, Chris Terry.
All right, Chris, big up.
The listeners' audience has gone up a bit, sir.
Yeah.
And thank you for dropping in.
We'll take a break. We're coming.
Visit Garrett Trading and Installation at 169 Constant Spring Road and 10 to 12 Cleardale Avenue for all your tiling and classic stone needs. Call 876-634-9773. The time by Garrett Trading is 2:30.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Having trouble paying your NHT mortgage due to job loss or other difficulty? Our team is here with flexible solutions to fit your needs. So call the NHT and take control of your mortgage payments. NHT, the key to your home.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk. It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
All right, in Sports in a Minute. Here we go. The thing acting up a little bit. We'll come to it right now. So Everton and newly appointed Premier League side Luton Town have been in talks to sign free agent Ashley Young after the fullback left Aston Villa. The 38-year-old's contract at Villa Park expired this summer. And BBC Sport understands that there is also interest from Saudi Arabia for the ex-England player. Young won the Premier League and the FA Cup with Manchester United, as well as the Serie A with Inter Milan. Everton escaped relegation last season and are yet to make a summer signing. That is Sports in a Minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Any Bet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes. You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Good afternoon. Coolant.
What's up, Zidane?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, man. Orville.
What's up, sir?
Afternoon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Right. So, I heard I missed the earlier part of Chris's position on this division thing, but confirm for me, or clarify for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
What he's suggesting is a division for limited overs and not for test cricket, right?
Yeah, not for test.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing that a problem I see with that. Fine, Jamaica or some of the other territories want to go alone, but will ICC, as you know how tours are set up, if England is going to tour West Indies, they tour them for test match and limited overs. Will they then say, okay, England is touring West Indies for 2 tests, and they will play Jamaica in 2 T20s and one day? How will that work? You see a kind of issue there?
Well, based on how he was sounding, once the ICC buys into the concept, they would find a way to work around logistics like that.
But remember, there's a lot of territories make up the West Indies.
I don't think all of them would go alone.
Okay.
I think if it gets to that, if you and I live long enough to see, it may be 8, 6, 10, maybe. I don't think it would be every liquid nook and cranny islands in the region.
Yeah, but I can see a little bit of a problem there. It might even become a problem, even within the territory, to say, okay, who gets to play England in these limited overs? Jamaica may want to play them. Is it always going to be a qualification person?
But remember, we'll take a while to become full members to be playing England.
Yeah, what if the ICC says only the top 4 countries from the Caribbean, for example, will be given automatic ODI status? For example, USA has just gotten theirs. So maybe, I know everybody in the region, even if they decide to go alone, would get ODI and status, the ODI status. So if England tours here, maybe only 3 or 4 of the countries 20 years from now, 10 years from now would get ICC ODI status, which I suppose would make the thing more manageable given those kind of numbers.
Okay. When I initially heard this division thing still, I thought I would have think. I mean, here in his position, I understand that he's looking at it from a different angle. But my initial thought, because when this division suggestion came about, it would have been for one or two things, right? One, to either better the standard of the cricket,
yeah,
or two, to actually economically to say get more out of it. So I know whenever resource is used, Chris is quick to say he's not talking money, but I disagree, you know, because I think even if we get the passion that you talk about, Orville,
yeah,
I think in this time it's still going to need the backing of money to really get it to where we want it to be. Back in the days when sports, not just cricket, but sports on a whole was, for the most part, was played just for that, as a sport. But now we know that sport is really...
I don't think he was eliminating the factor of money, you know. He's just saying it's not money
So
alone.
I think it was still...
No, I think he's saying it's not money alone. He's saying it's resource. It's a resource.
Yeah, but I think...
So he's not eliminating the money.
How those resources are going to come about, it's going to need funding. And I don't know. I mean, he's a more brilliant mind than me. So I'm not saying it couldn't work, but I still think it's still going to struggle. One, because it will still need to be a product. And we see the quality of the cricket as it is now. And even if we look locally at our cricket, if we go alone, I mean, the quality of the cricket, I'm not sure that...
Well, he's saying that if the entire island concentrates on getting Jamaica, for example, to the T20 World Cup, it is the cricketers more quality cricketers would start to come. My counter to that is that the resources are not coming for netball and football. And we at netball, we are, you know, but his response to that is that cricket and the popularity of it will drive more people to want to play. But a lot of you now see the money in football, and it don't really uplift the quality.
Yeah, man. I think if it really is an end to making more money, then why would another territory want to push Jamaica and not want to put themselves into that position? And then it becomes another competition. But I'm not fighting it down. I'm just not totally convinced still.
You're not sold. All right.
That is it?
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right, big up Coolant. All right, we go to another one. G-Star.
Afternoon, gentlemen.
Yes, afternoon, G-Star.
All right. I'm just going to summarize my 153 versus 400. All right.
You know, lose the argument a long time, bro.
Lose? Don't be crazy. I want to ask you guys some questions, though. Mr. Higgins.
Yes, sir.
What is the purpose of quality bowling? The primary purpose of quality bowling is to do what?
Get batsmen out. And secondly, to restrict them if you can't get them out.
Okay, so what do you say? It would prevent them from having their better days?
It would prevent them from scoring runs.
Okay, all right. So another question: at Brian Lara's very best, what run count can Brian Lara get to at his very best?
I don't know.
I mean, you don't know.
I don't know the figure.
What is he capable of in terms of his best run count?
I don't know. I don't know that I could put a number. Say this is the best he can do at his best.
You want me to answer?
Yeah, please.
If he's playing on the Antigua Recreation Ground, I think Lara and he's batting for 5 days. I think he can make 1,000 runs.
All right. So
I was thinking 1,100.
Well, there you go. You want to give him 15? He has to bat for 5 days and not care about winning the game, you know, on a very flat pitch. Yeah.
All right, as long as it's a flat pitch.
Yeah, man, and he has all 5 days.
All right, watch this. Jenko people out there in Radio Land, let me say this. My time now, Mr. Higgins. I can do my little summary now. Give me 2 minutes or 2.5. I'm going to say this. 153 is simply narrative driven. It's a lot of filling in the blanks. Lara's 400 is complete. It is complete with boundary hinting. The boundary count of 196 is the 6th most all-time in Test cricket history. 43 fours are the 6th highest all-time, right? And its 4 sixes is 15th all-time. And if I rewind it and break it down, if 4 sixes are the 15th most all-time in Test cricket history, that means sixes aren't regular, and he hit 4. So that day was Brian Lara's very best day at hitting sixes. I'm not done. Lara scored 204 runs of 1s, 2s, and 3s. And I'm going out to the limb and said that is the best performance of its kind ever, right? So the reason why he broke the record was because he scratched out 204 runs. All right? So I want to break this down a little bit further. When a batsman is at the crease for 10 plus hours and he had runs of 1, 2s, and 3s for 204 runs, we conclude that he did a whole heap of running, right? Because we said that's the most it's ever happened. So he did the most running between the crease of anybody in history. So let that marinate. After all that running, he still has to bat. So endurance, talent, focus, and execution were at its finest. Switching gears, Mr. Higgins, you should appreciate this one. If a sprinter, right, is running against the wind condition would prevent the sprinter from reaching his or her personal best. We've heard that one before. Excellent bowling from Australia, the flat pitch, and the state of the game are the conditions that prevented Brian Lara from attaining his very best. So similarly, the aforementioned conditions prevented him from having the best days, right? On the 400 day, he just had more advantages, and on that day, he took advantage of the advantages to the tune of 400. I'm almost done, gentlemen, 30 seconds. So conditions matter sometimes, and I'm a reasonable analyst, right? Lara averages around 50. So I'm going to add 50 to the 150 score for a flat pitch, which is very reasonable and very kind. That brings us to 203. Add another 50 for the bowling, because he went against Shane Ward and Gillespie and what the next brother? What's the next guy's name? What's the next guy's name?
G-Star. Shane Ward.
So add another 50. That's 253. And we're going to say that Lara was clutch. He had a better clutch performance. I'm going to add another 50. So that's 303 runs, people. Lara still scored 400 and still scored 400 runs. So when I buy into the narrative, he still comes up short. And last but not least now, so let's do a checklist. The competition. England, that's check. Boundary hitting, check. Right? The short game, which was a 204 runs, the best ever of its kind, check. Endurance on the highest levels. He faced 566 balls, 11th most all time, check. Focus on the highest levels. He batted for 10 hours, 400 not out, check. Intimidating bowlers. This is a presumption, because I'm thinking if you score 400 runs, you're going to intimidate the bowlers, check. And then artistry, just the act that he has the inside game and the outside game. Check. Short game.
G-Star, you're abusing.
Check.
One entertaining bad.
No, on fire.
No, G-Star, no, man. At some point, we have to done.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
No, man. Oh, God, no.
No, man. Just give me 20 seconds. The people want to hear it, man.
They do?
Yes. On fire. Have we ever seen a batsman on fire like Brian Lara on that day? No. He was volcano hot. So Brian Lara's 400 people, this is just a final note. Brian Lara's 400 happens to be the number one all-time on the list of scoring runs in an inning. The obvious answer is right in front of your face. 400.
How does somebody want to debate G-Star?
400
G-Star, you don't take a debate on this?
Would you take a debate on this? Brian Lara's 400 was a better innings than his 150.
Absolutely.
All right.
Is my time done, or
Somebody-
I can come back?
Are you going to come tomorrow and say you never did say you that take a debate?
Hold on, man. Is my time done, or am I
No, man, you get time.
Your time done, man. Yeah, give me a minute.
Give me a minute.
All right, so that's it.
Minutes after the people come.
Get running. Stay fit with the latest brands and styles at Western Sports. Running, walking, trekking. Western Sports has the shoe just for you. The time by Western Sports is
2:45.
It is your right to know what you want. Information at your fingertips. It's for the man in the streets, for those in business. Information for everybody. No one has it, so you can use it to develop your community. Your right to know information at your fingertips.
A message from the Access to Information Unit.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited, Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
RG, sorry, you have your extra minute.
Yeah, hello, my turn.
You have 1 minute to keep killing us with your superior understanding of cricket.
Oh, hold on. Let me just say this. I would love a debate, but guess what? I don't want it formal. I'm thinking, do you notice that all these people who talk cricket, nobody has said anything? Nobody.
In fruit of you.
Nobody said anything.
You're coming with some brilliant points.
Well, I'm coming with facts.
No. I know everything what you say.
What's not facts? The only presumption about intimidating a bowler.
No, when you said you give 50, if you give 50 more, that is not fact.
Flat pitch.
Yeah, but I'm saying that is not a fact.
No. But listen.
You're ascribing numbers.
And I'm giving it to the 100.
Yeah, but that is not a factual number, my boss. You're just throwing out numbers.
No. I'm helping. Whoever's on 53, I'm helping.
So why
that person?
No, man. It is anyway. Anybody out there want to take this on in an informal debate?
Yeah, because here why no. Because might as well just finish it off. Here why no, Mr. Higgins.
Yeah.
If you check Brian Lara's average on a flat pitch, does he average 100 on a flat pitch?
Well, I mean, no, I'm average more than him in Antigua than some other pitch in Ireland.
Sure, but if it's 100, and I'm saying
so what?
I gave him an extra 50, you know, and I gave him an extra 50 for bowling. What Brian Lara did wasn't normal. That's just a fact.
But who is saying it was normal? You are making it sound like we say it wasn't a special.
Okay, I'm gonna use your thing. When you said that, remember you talked about the kid who was taking the school quiz, the challenge, right? And you said, boy, if he doesn't have a tutor and this and that, the person who got higher did better.
Yeah.
Right? These are conditions. It's the same thing. The same thing as a sprinter. A sprinter has to endure conditions. So really and truly, what you're really doing is you're contradicting yourself.
All right, Jesus. You're kidding.
Come on, man. It is what it is, man. All right, gentlemen, have yourself a wonderful day.
All right, sir. Big up. Hello.
Yeah, true analyst back again, man.
Yes, true analyst. Yeah, man.
Yeah, first thing first, I want for a win on this cricket thing. Let me say this to you. I watch in the Gold Cup, St. Kitts playing against Jamaica and some other countries. And the stadium they're playing in hold more people than live in St. Kitts. That is to tell you that the West Indies thing really don't make no sense to Jamaica going along with these places. Jamaica have the biggest market. I will promoting the smaller markets instead of the big market. So the business model of cricket West Indies gone wrong. You can't have a country with nearly 4 million people have one vote, and a country with 300,000 have the same one vote, and a country with 50,000 have the same one vote. Don't spell any sense.
You mean one vote on what? The West Indies Cricket Board?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like one president for Jamaica and one
and when them come to choose the overall thing, you choose is an equal decision. So the smart it's true thing to
No, but Leeward's I don't know what the Leeward Islands population is as a group of islands.
But them skewed the thing. It is all skewed away from the bigger countries to the smaller countries.
It is.
And yes. And you know, the practical look at you take a practical look at it. Let's look at track and field. You're saying both this to that. Jamaica producing world beater. And in the cricket is Nevis a producer world beater and Darren Sammy is the big thing. And most of the Jamaicans out there better than these people. By far.
Jamaicans better than who? I'm not sure, I hear words coming from you, but I'm not sure I understand the point you make.
All right, let me make the point. Jamaican athletes are the best in the Caribbean. And if that is not coming through in the cricket regularly, something wrong with what is happening in the cricket. And Jamaica need to look at that and say, look here, let us do our own cricket because these people understand sport.
So you agree with what Chris was saying?
Yes, man.
Oh.
We need to leave West Indies cricket and build Jamaica cricket.
What is stopping us from building Jamaica cricket right now?
Well, I don't know, but I just feel like we have some stadiums here we're growing. We say go to
If we could, there is nothing that is stopping us from developing Jamaica's cricket. In the same way, there is not stopping us from developing Jamaica's football. The resources are not being pumped towards football, and we are going at football alone.
Yeah, I like it. You know, segue me now into what I really call about.
Yeah, go on.
You know, let me say this to you.
Yeah.
I see the Gold Cup people have named Andre Blake man of the match.
Yeah.
Forget Amari Bell put a ball in the goal and played very well in the back line for Jamaica. Forget that Demar Gray was dominant in the middle of the field, in the middle of the park. A man that make one save.
Is one save him make?
One really, everything else come right in belly and hold on it. Why them hold on and drop on it again too?
Do you know that part of the goalkeeper's qualities is about positioning?
Yes.
The goalkeeper who can anticipate where the ball is going to be is a goalkeeper doing half the work. You know?
I think the goalkeeper had a good game yesterday.
But you don't think he was our most outstanding player?
If they want to give him that, give him that. What I want to say to people is be very careful of your praise, Blake. Because every time you
don't some program this morning?
Yeah, man.
You remember the man in Royal Tracy went for some history on Pele and beat me like me I want to slave my boss and tell me something to learn my history because it's important for a man and research and teach kids about history. And this man made the man on the radar say history is important. This man just walk and contradict himself every day in my boss. I say, listen to this man on the radar, tell the people them say history not all that important. It's important for no history. And this man beat me and say me to learn the history and Pele because he's a sports talk show was.
Yeah.
Me not prove to the world now. Say a baby that come to the field, man. The man.
Entertainment at its best.
Yeah, man, entertainer, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So sports, you know.
Yes.
Zidane.
Yes.
So one part of the prophecy come true already. So we'll pass Guatemala.
Yes.
Right? But yesterday, you know, I watched the USA Canada match. I want to see USA score in 87 minutes. I kiss my teeth and walk right in front of the TV. So I say, all right, it's done. You know, so I come back and I look back on the score. I say, man, I got penalty.
Yeah. I thought it was over as well.
Yo, nothing they're lucky, you know, man. You see last goal, they have score on Canada, man. The man, them look like them work with some jinx or something, yeah, man. Boy, I can't believe the man, them score like that. But it is what it is. But I still expect them to win. But after Canada, it's like Arsenal. You know, expect Arsenal to contend. But when they're reaching in a position there, you know,
yeah.
to lose now, they kind of never saw what is in Canadian sport, I would say. All right. So when you look on the team, then you know, you know, say Canada, Panama, me play best.
They have been the most consistently good team of all.
They play the best football in a World Cup, brother. America got problem with Panama, and
yes, it should be an interesting encounter. I won't miss any of the semifinals.
Yeah, man. Panama, this America, this USA team, I got a problem with Panama.
Panama has over the years shown glimpses of what they can do, and they went to the 2014 World Cup. But this is the best I've ever seen them play consistently in a tournament.
Yes, man. Right. Our matchup now with Mexico. What do you think we need to do in order to overcome Mexico?
Well, we have to go better in terms of defensively midfield because I think the Guatemalans got a lot of space.
Right.
We might have to close the Mexicans a bit better than we did with them because it's not the best Mexico team, but better than them. No, because the person who I thought should not have played in the game played very well.
At the best game I've seen play.
Yes, played very, very well. His passing was good.
That's Bobby.
Yes, intelligent runs. He was the best attacking player for most of the game. For
best for him.
Yes, he was the other good game.
And most with the bench.
And Brown never bad at right back.
Right, and I believe if we can tighten up the middle a little bit more, close down those
yes, man.
In the middle right there. So I think because this Mexico team, you know, if you see when they play Qatar, what the Qatarians did, you know, was basically frustrate them, you know, close up the space and frustrate them, you know. And when they get flustered, you know, them they basically lose them rhythm and shape, you know. You understand? That is what Qatar did and knock them off of them purging at the first round, you know. So I believe that is the strategy we have to use. Basically, close up the space, frustrate them, wait until they get flustered and hit them where it hurts. You understand what I say? I believe that is what we basically have to do to be, because they're a high press team, you know. They play very high pressing football, and their intensity is very high.
Oh,
you understand?
Somebody's reminding me that maybe we should think about Latibodier not playing. He gives away the ball a lot in Orville.
Latibodier,
he give away the ball
if he doesn't start or if he don't start, they wouldn't back.
But the coach seem to like him though.
Right, but I think.
It's not about that winning the ball.
Yeah, but he just do
well. When him get it,
yes.
Lord Jesus.
You're worried.
Where is that game going to play, Zidane?
I think it's in Las Vegas, man.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we're supposed to get some more better support in Las Vegas.
Maybe, but let's see. The Mexican will out support us too, no matter what.
Leave it as a correction.
One more thing, man.
You see the time is 3:00.
Chris. Me not think Christine can work out, you know. Okay. Me not think Christine can work out because as I say, Orville. Right now, look for our netball and football. If we can basically get the support if resources is not financed in his term, and it's basically building the structure. If we can't build the structure for football and netball in the country, I'm going to say we're going to do it for cricket.
All right. That was my point. But leave it there, son.
Yeah, man. Cool.
All right, we'll take the break and we're coming back.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
Use bleach. Diluted household bleach solutions can be used if appropriate for the surface. Never mix household bleach with ammonia or any other cleanser. Unexpired household bleach will be effective against coronaviruses when properly diluted. Prepare a bleach solution by mixing.
Health Alert is sponsored by the National Health Fund. NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, time for music now.
Yes, now we come back to the call. All right, brought to you by HM Paints for people who dream in color. All right, this one is from Chevelle Franklin. Worthy is the Lamb.
Thank you for the cross, Lord. Thank you for the price you paid. Bearing all my sin and shame, in love you came and gave amazing grace. Thank you for this love, Lord. Thank you for the nail-pierced hands. Wash me in your cleansing flow. Now all I know, your forgiveness and embrace. Yeah. Worthy is the Lamb, seated on the throne. We crown you now with many crowns. You reign victorious, high and lifted up. Jesus, Son of God, my darling of heaven, crucified. Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. Yeah. Thank you for the cross, Lord. Thank you for the price you paid. Bearing all my sin and my shame, in love you came and gave amazing grace. Thank you, Lord, I thank you for this love, Lord. Thank you for the nail-pierced hands. Wash me in your cleansing flow. All I know, your forgiveness and your embrace. And I say you're worthy, worthy is the Lamb. Seated on the throne, we crown you now with many.
Alrighty then, worthy is the Lamb. That's from Chevelle Franklin, brought to you by HM Paints for people who dream in color. I will go back to the phone lines and understand that man from White Hart Lane is on the line.
Hello?
Yes.
Wagwan.
There.
Hey, more big up JD for reaching the final of the Major League. You understand me?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been waiting about my girl. Let's see him Alien Camp. Feel like she will go back.
Well,
MVP.
the coach has shut off that possibility. He said he will accept anybody else except she.
Why? He not forgive. What she do so that bad that she can't forgive her and take her back if she want to come back.
Yeah, him said some utterances that she was making.
But you're a human being and make mistakes. So
Well, may I tell you what the coach said? So
yeah. So Zidane, you buy a player.
If we do we buy players, you bought a defender, we bought Rice, and who else we buy? Yeah.
When you say not compete now.
Yeah, man. They were in the mix, man.
Come on, you can't win nothing again, man. Am my time, I know, you know.
You're Tottenham.
Yeah, man. Am my time, I know, brother. Yeah, man, you can't say that laugh, man. Am my time, I know, man. A different coach and a different strategy.
When you say your time, what is it? I'm going to win the league.
Win. Can't take a double, man.
I'm not going to win double. I'm not going to win the Premier League next year.
Yeah, man.
How much you bet?
Any month you want bet, we can bet.
And you're not going to say something 2 days time, say you never did bet.
No, man. We must be top 4 then.
Our top 4, yeah. Reasonable. I don't think you'll win. But
yeah, but
I never think Leicester would have win either.
But I'll win some of this day, man. The boss, I can stay boss now, left, you know.
All right.
Yeah, man. The nation, you're the best cricket debater in the analyst.
In Jamaica. And why you think, man, I run from me like post, Baba?
No, man.
Promise me debate and then I'll deny so them say them.
Suppose when we call a name and fees are the best. 2 are the best. For the debater.
Who?
Bobby Frey and Edban.
No, man, not no.
Eh?
No.
You better than Bobby Frey?
As a analyze entire cricket?
Yeah.
100%.
You can't debate him and beat him. You're mad, man.
In understanding cricket, remember you have to tell me what we are talking about. You know? Are you talking about something else?
No, man, we are talking about debate itself.
On a cricket topic?
Yeah, man, you're the man that you start up and head everything.
No, man, no. Me not equal in Jamaica when it comes to that.
All right, take care of yourself. So you say, big up yourself. Zidane, big up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, big up. Man for a while.
Right. If a man good enough, he might can get a draw. But if he beat me in a cricket debate, where the mood. Nah, man.
All right, man.
Big man, what do you think people afraid for debate me? Big.
No, because they change the goalpost like I always.
No. Me talk why you think some man will say them brand big when them brand is really big. For talk rubbish and for flip flop and for make a comic out of themselves. Why you think them afraid for debate me?
Then you and David Chateau always at it.
No man, do I Chateau a good you? Do I Chateau if on another platform, do I Chateau would be highly respected. If there was no me, then Dwight Chateau would almost have guru-like qualities. Good youth, him understand cricket, him understand research, but because him know that I'm a little bit ahead of his class or a lot, he won't allow me and him to talk. Him say something, me say something. But if I want to send somebody on a cricket debate, Dwight Chateau would be one of those persons.
So
I'd recommend.
The man everywhere is nowhere near you then.
None at all, man. Everybody don't know that. Then you don't know that. If you had to send me or the runner, figure have a cricket debate and your life depend on the result, who you that choose?
No, man, that choose the kind of move a good post.
Oh, no, man, in that debate, me saying, with the mood dead, you know.
He's a good commentator. He's a good analyst. You understand me? It's a bit close between the two on the stage. You understand me?
As a cricket debater?
Yeah, man.
No, man, me offended when you said that.
No, man, sorry for offended, but it's a bit close between the two on the stage.
You think that man is close to my level in talking cricket, my boss?
Yeah, man, I hear the man talk, man.
No, this is disrespect, my boss. Yeah, disrespect.
Man. All right, my boss. Take care.
Oh, no, do that, man. No, better than that. Big up. Oh, no. Are there even something where oh, no, say it, man. No, do it. Countryman! Me no. Countryman.
Man, in an element, man.
Oh, you mean country? You hear the flip-flop this morning?
Yeah. Here. I guess, mine, your doctor is an AI thing you come for. You draw upon the big man.
I draw for what?
AI.
What's that AI?
Artificial intelligence.
the man loud at the top of his voice said, bring the debate Tuesday. And by Thursday, the man said, me. You hear me call for the debate to that man?
You say it already, though. I'm smart. That's all I was going to
No, man, but smart is one word.
Astute businessman and astute individual.
No, but
you
smart.
can't take that from him. You understand?
Smart is one word country, but there are several other words to describe a character like that.
You don't hear it. We don't go there with it. You understand? Anyhow,
yes.
Listen to you and Mr. Man a while ago, you see?
Yes.
Based on his rhetoric and what he has alluded, right?
Yeah.
Is it feasible to say that within the next when things will get better with not Jamaica but West Indies cricket?
Is it feasible to think that will get better?
Yeah. If what he's saying is implemented.
Well, better. I don't even know. I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
As he lays on with the Jamaica Cricket Board or in that respect?
I don't know.
You don't know. Because it is all well said and done. You have that knowledge of what should or can bring back the cricket. But if it's not parlayed to the relevant authorities, it's not. You know,
I don't think going through one would make individual territories any better.
Yeah, you know, in a sense.
Yeah.
It is undaunting to think that West Indies cricket could have fallen to this level. I mean, it hurts me, and although he's not really a cricket man, but you watch and you go at the game. Them, you understand?
Yes.
But it hurt, man, for the West Indies cricket has fallen to this level, man. I mean, good God, man.
Yeah, man.
It is what it is. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Secondly, there's a gentleman by the name of Adrian Freeter that is from the West. He's one of your
I know Adrian well.
You know if he's where he's at, because he normally would talk about the sporting aspect in the West region there, but I haven't seen him writing no articles.
I see him on Facebook occasionally.
Oh, you see, man? Okay.
Yeah, he used to freelance at the Gleaner thing
and stuff like that, and he used to write some good articles highlighting the lows and the highs in the Western region.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen anything from him recently.
I see him on Facebook, but I don't think he's in the national papers
anymore. Okay, fair enough. Track and field, my one of my sport, all right?
Yes.
Yeah. Over the weekend, I happened to went to the stadium a couple of times to watch the championship. It is pleasing to see what is happening in respect of the youngsters, as well as the influx of new blood coming into the senior part of the track and field world. I like even the 400. I mean, I was expecting to see, certain of the old big man in it, and it's like it's a fresh face and a new beyond. You understand? Took it over, and it goes well for the sport, because not that they're just winning, but the times that they are running is comparable with they can compete at the worldwide level. You understand?
Yes.
And it goes well for them. And I want to give kudos to Answer Parchment for one of the old veteran them, and it's like him still in him have the swag same way. Albeit Broadwell beat him, but for our old boy, I mean, he stepped, he took it to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting to see the three of them, him, Broadwell, and I think Bennett going into the World Championship. How they were probably. Then we have the formidable trio. You understand?
What happened with Akeem Blake in the final?
He ran fourth.
I know. But what happened?
Zidane, you see, on that day, you have to bring it. Because everybody was looking for a showdown between Civil and himself.
Yes.
And I mean the rest of the man, as I said, he has an influx of young talent, like them, bring it to them. So you can't come and expect somebody because you name this or you name that, and you don't show. You have to show up. It was I mean, lights out between them, and it was a surprise. But I mean, trust me, it was a good surprise. You understand?
Yes.
That was well for the sport. You understand?
All right, country.
And that, as I said, it's interesting going forward what will happen, but it's a good look.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
All right. Now, yeah, man. Good. We'll take a break. We're coming right back.
We over $1 million in cash and prizes in the Yummy Summer Competition. Purchase any 4 of your favorite Yummy pastry. Write your name and number on your receipt. Send in with your Yummy salesman or drop off at the nearest supermarket or Yummy agency. 28 weekly prizes, 4 winners every week, plus grand draw August 28th for a laptop. $60,000, $30,000, plus a Yummy basket and back-to-school vouchers. Grand prize, a family weekend for 4 at the Holiday Inn. It's the Yummy Summer Competition, authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited Consumer Division.
For all your genuine and OEM BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and Mini Cooper auto parts, such as control arms, shocks, coil pack, brake pads, disc rotors, spark plugs, engine and transmission oils, rims, and much more, plus accessories. Come to German Auto Parts and Service Center, 12A Malines Road. Our knowledgeable and polite staff is waiting to assist. Or you can call us at 876-926-1435 or WhatsApp 876-869-9474 or 876-518-8150 or reach us on social media at GermanAutoJA.com. German Auto Parts and Service Center, everything German. You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right. Back online we go. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Dwight Chateau.
Hey, Orville, how you doing?
Not too bad.
Yeah, that was a very interesting discussion you had with Chris Derry.
Yeah.
But again, out of what he presented, and listen, Chris Derry is a guru. He's a banking guru, a finance guru. But I would just love some more clarity in how the plan that he has projected will get us to a better place. He started out to say that one of the primary issues was finance. Did you get that?
I feel he feels financing would be easier to get if we go alone, and I feel he feels financing would help.
And I can understand it.
Yeah.
Because when you look at what big boards like Australia and England, we're not even going to include India, make from cricket or the revenue. You're talking like 300 million. New Zealand, 42 million. South Africa, 46 million.
That's per one.
The West Indies per year in terms of revenue. And West Indies, even though last year they did something exceptional, generally the West Indies generates somewhere around 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we go it alone, I'm trying to understand where will we get the money from to get us up to the levels of the India or even the South Africa and the New Zealand in terms of revenue. I do not see the Jamaican government or Jamaican companies investing the billions of dollars into West Indies cricket.
Well, not West Indies. It wouldn't be West Indies.
Into Jamaican cricket. Cricket. I mean, as you pointed out, I haven't seen them do it for. I don't think they do it for the reggae boys.
For football, football is very popular.
I'm struggling with how will we address this issue of revenue. What you heard, Orville?
I didn't. I'm on your side. You're sure it's Dwight to do this?
Yeah.
Me and you happen to be on one side of the argument for the first time in
wrong
years.
number today, and I'm not even Wednesday.
You say that wrong number.
No, Dwight. I didn't see how it would make a difference either. But maybe it's just
And there's a second thing that I think Preacher mentioned it. And right now, the struggle is players prefer to play franchise cricket than to turn out and play for the West Indies because it make more economic sense.
Yeah.
Now, when and he was very good at explaining some of the leagues that will be starting up across the world, the one in the United States. Why would these guys now decide to play less franchise cricket, simply because Jamaica has a national cricket team or an international cricket team.
Very good.
Why? If they're not doing it for the West Indies, what Jamaica will be paying just for national pride?
Very good point. Listen.
I just don't understand it. But hopefully you can get him on back. And I'd like just to hear more details.
All right, maybe he's listening. I'll invite him to call in one of them there.
Yeah, man, yeah.
As
No,
opposed to
different thing now. West Indies cricket, big test match coming up. You know I'm going to ask you for your lineup, right, Orville?
When is the first test, by the way?
Is the 12th. Today is the what?
Today is the 10th.
Wednesday.
So the first test is Wednesday. Yes.
Yeah, man.
That is Wednesday. Yeah.
My side. But I'm not really think about it, to be honest.
No.
Let me hear your team and me decide if me agree or not.
All right, cool. So Craig, Brathwaite, yeah. I say go back with Chandra Paul, even though people complain that
Craig Brathwaite and Chandra Paul
opening.
Yeah.
I think they will stick with Reefer batted at 3. That's my idea. I will insert Atanis at 4. Dada comes in at 5. I would put in what's the wicket keeper?
The Silver.
6, hold at 7. Bowlers now. Cornwall. Everybody knows some of favorite Cornwall. Joseph, Azara Joseph. Where are we now? Who are the bowlers?
Roach
so we have we have Roach, we have Gabriel, and who else?
You wanna leave one more spot now?
Seals.
No, Seals.
And who?
No, Seals not in it.
No, Seals
not in the 30.
No, them would have been in the 30. It was in the 18, but not the 30.
Oh. Boy, that's the Western is going.
Which bowler they have apart from Roach and Gabriel?
Warwican.
Selected the
Warwican.
No, Warwican can't play. So we're down to Roach and Gabriel. But I'm gonna be honest. I think we should have.
So you're playing Jason Wall as a all rounder.
Yeah, man. Hold as an all rounder. We're going with Joseph, Roach, Gabriel, Cornwall. That basically is the bowling attack.
Roach.
Roach, Gabriel, Joseph, Cornwall. Yeah.
Right.
But I personally wouldn't play Gabriel. I really was hoping that they would have selected Akeem Jordan and bring him in instead of Gabriel. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I see enough of them in recent times, A lot of selection for me in them thing is what is your very recent form like? So I don't know how well, for example, Gabriel is looking. I don't know. But I know it's a Roach automatic, Holder automatic. One of the spinners will play.
By the way, why did they select Warwican as opposed to Kevin Sinclair? I mean, Kevin Sinclair had a pretty good regional season.
For some reason, them have the man they pinned as a white ball man, for better or for worse.
Really?
Yeah, them seem to think him is a white ball specialist as opposed to the longer version specialist.
And they think that Warwican is a test specialist.
Well, clearly they do.
All right, cool. I disagree with Desmond, but I
have a funny feeling with Kirk, though. Why I don't think that you just bring in Kirk as and not planning to play him. I just get the feeling that Kirk as an opening batsman, they've drafted him in the 13. I don't think he'll open though.
All right,
but why would you bring in a third opener unless either you suspect one of the openers might be nursing something, or you really plan to bat him at 3?
Okay, so let's explore that. If we bring in Kirk at 3, what do? Do you bring him in as a straight swap for Reefer?
I think.
Remember, you only called 5 frontline batsmen.
I called Brathwaite, Chandra Paul, Reefer, Atanis, Blackwood. Yeah.
I think they may go in with 3 bowlers, 3 fast bowlers plus Holder.
Okay.
And use Reefer as like a 4th seamer kind of thing.
Okay.
So Reefer could very well. I don't know if Mackenzie plays, he may come 6. Reefer may get dropped down the order. But I just have a funny feeling that Why would you bring him and not plan to play him?
That's a good point.
Okay. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I can see that. Now, final thing now before me slip with Orville. You know, so you have to take a one leg for Kirk.
No, yes, you know what is? Oh, you attack and me attack, and the discussion I go good. Tell me the one leg when me take off.
Orville, do you believe they should extend the week's headless series to more games? Game playing the best cricketers against each other.
All right. So
Same series that brought our own Kirk McKenzie to prominence.
All right. Now that you asked me the question, I want these what you call it, best of the best teams to have the same relevance and importance to the players as the actual regional games. If that is the case, I'm all for it. I don't know though.
How you know that the players, it wasn't important to the players?
But the few ones when me talk to are more G'd up to play regional cricket. Them preparing more. When you talk to a youth and say, boy, them talk more about what we want against Barbados or the Trinidad man them or the Leeward man them. They are a little bit more G'd up for that than say, boy, I can't wait for the best of the rest game.
I agree with that, but what I think will G'd up now is seeing that Kirk McKenzie has made it to
exactly.
the West Indies team.
Well,
based off what
so maybe it will get to that point, and if it gets to that point, I'm all for it. I just don't know that it is at that point yet.
Okay.
All right. Big up.
Yes, so you can say something, I mean, say something, and the two are we cool?
No, man. Today I'm Monday. When we start at Lawrence, it's a different different kettle.
Big up yourself. Big up yourself,
Yeah, man.
All right. What we do?
We take another?
Yeah.
We take another. Anthony.
Yeah, man. Afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon,
sir.
What do you guys think about the game, Jamaica Guatemala?
Very good performance, especially on the offensive side from Jamaica. Look fluid in attack. We lack a little bit of cutting in front of goal, but overall, we look like the better team. We dominated them for the most part. And if certain things had gone right for Mikel Antonio, we could have won by 2 clear goals. I think those are flattering scoreline for Guatemala.
What do you think of it?
Me like it.
Yeah.
Listen, there is hardly a time when me not gonna like a team we're winning, especially when Jamaica's football. We can't not take it for granted, so we're gonna beat anybody. So we win the semi-final. Me not find too much for be unhappy.
There's not a lot to be unhappy about.
Not necessarily unhappy, but we just have a couple concerns.
Yeah, let's hear them.
I think seeing that the coach pretty much playing one forward, we have 3. I think you have to make a decision around.
He's playing one. Why are you saying he's playing one forward?
No, man, I've been one striker. I think Antonio.
Yeah.
I think he has to make a decision around Burke or Nicholson. They have too much similarities. I mean, none of them don't really.
None impressed me yet.
All right. Fine. He bring on Shamar Nicholson for Antonio, which is understandable because that's like for like. But I don't understand Burke for Leon Bailey.
Yeah,
I never liked that one there at all.
Yeah, because what I think, I was coming to that because what you find when you have Burke and Nicholson, the game breakdown total. That's my.
I agree, Carla.
I think he should have gone for Paris instead of Burke.
Good point, my boss. Who could help you to maintain possession?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's good on the ball and he does well in terms of maintaining. Good point, my boss, actually.
So I think those, and they're too similar.
I agree with you 100%.
Strikers. So I think I don't anyone in one pick, but I would have make a decision between Burke.
Yeah, they seem to get in each other's way when they're both on the field at the same time.
Both on the field, and then maybe you guys watch more local football. We can't find a better right back than Brown in the local league.
Yeah,
well, none really jump.
But what time to? Why didn't he start the Wolves with right back? I'm not sure.
Lambe case, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what is happening. He eventually came on. Still.
Has the coach played the same 11 in 2 successive games?
No, he hasn't. Hold the line, Anthony. Anthony, hold. We come on. We take a break. We're coming back.
For all your genuine and OEM BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and Mini Cooper auto parts, come to German Auto Parts and Service Center. Our service center is second to none. Call 876-929-1435. The time by German Auto Parts and Service Center. Everything that is German is 3:30. It's now time for Sports in a Minute. It's sponsored by Dangerous Auto Spares and Accessories Limited, Edgechem, Any Bet, and Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill.
England fast bowler Mark Wood is confident that he will be fit to play in the remaining 2 Ashes tests. The 33-year-old was named player of the match in the 3-wicket win over Australia in the 3rd test at Headingley, taking 7 wickets and bowling at high pace. It was his first test outing since the tour of Pakistan in December after recovering from various injury issues. That is sports in a minute.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Danger's Auto Spares and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10. Call 876-929-9146 and in Maypen. Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Anybet, your best bet, reminds you to bet responsibly at Milestone Restaurant Bar and Grill. Celebrate good food, celebrate good vibes.
Anybet now offers a third easy, secure, and convenient top-up option for your betting account. Top up wherever, whenever, using your Visa, debit, credit, or MasterCard free of charge to continue gaming. That's right, free of charge. Other top-up options include store deposit and bank transfer. Visit our website for more details. Anybet reminds you to bet responsibly.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited, Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, man. All right. So we're back. And yes. Anthony, yeah, you have a minute.
Yeah, man. I just want to touch a little bit on the midfield. I think it's one of the mistakes that the coach made. I mean, when you're that much better than a team, you don't need to play 2 tacklers in midfield. I don't think he should have gone for Latibo there and what's that guy, Lambert?
No, man, the number 6, Bernard.
No, it's Lambert, man. It was Latibo and Lambert in midfield. He's saying in midfield.
Oh.
No,
2 ball winners. He's saying
Bernard started at center.
Yeah, man. I was saying when
no, he's talking about midfield, man. He's saying he doesn't want 2 ball winners.
No, but Bernard was on the field as well.
Yeah, but he was
and Bernard was making a lot of forward moves as well.
Yeah, so he was the central.
He was center. Yeah.
So continue.
Yeah, man. So I was saying is when we're that much better than a team, and it's a blessing in disguise that Lambert got a card because the rest changed the game.
Yes, we were better now, a little bit better going forward with Daniel Johnson in the middle of the play.
I know, as much as I advocated for Daniel Johnson on Friday, we still not think we get the best game when we can't get from him.
No, but him calm down the game all on him. Yeah. He helped the game all up. But what I'm saying is, if we're that, I think we're much better than Guatemala. So I think he should have gone for a different midfielder, either Latibo there or one of them. But you don't need 2 tacklers in it that much better than a team. If we're under the cash, I understand. And just the final thing, seeing that our strength is in the white areas, I think the coach have to devise a plan to get the ball out in the white areas more quickly. The ball getting out there too slow. So we have to get the ball out to Bale there great, quicker where them can get 1v1. By the time it reach out, there's 2 and 3 people out.
You think so?
Yeah, man. The ball needs to get out there quicker.
All right.
Not the white areas.
All right. Cool.
All right, Anthony.
All right, cool.
All right.
Unique. Yes.
Yeah, man. 1 week. Two oranges. You see?
Yes.
My feel say you need to visit Bellevue.
True analyst. The man with a pressure blade.
Because look, if you have a pressure blade, you know what you have a pressure blade say? You might distribute the ball as well.
Yes.
He looks better now.
Blake, I'll see if Jamaica countless of times.
I don't know what games that man watching me about.
You need to watch back.
And he's praising Blake in our game when I've seen Blake consistently produce far better than what he did yesterday. So I don't get
it. My work with the results.
Yeah,
oh man, that's crazy. You hear what the man say? The man say we with a concede goal So every time a goal conceded is a goalkeeper pass?
Exactly. It seems so.
All right, let's talk about it. G-Star. Normally, when me or a man come and say 400 or Brian Lara make is the best, mother just say, I idiot that. Me not bother listen to the argument. But G-Star come with something was entertaining. Not true, but entertaining. What do you think about that?
Agree.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, man, it was very entertaining. I mean, like how you know, allow him to talk when him attack. And it reminds me of Harry Potter. You know it's not true, but entertaining.
Yeah, man.
G-Star, stick to the basketball.
Yeah, man. You don't understand the intricacies of cricket.
You see the cricket? I don't think you talk with an accent. So I feel say maybe you just spend time in America, you grew up in America. The cricket is not your thing. You don't understand it. You don't have the feel for it.
Well, I mean, I tell him that, but you're that here say
he doesn't understand the difficulty playing in a fourth innings pitch like the one that Blair Larman 153 and the bowling attack that he
not. You see, let me tell you something. You see, if England were 1-0 down going to Antigua, you would have say, I'm not saying Larry would.
If him even win the game.
No. I'm saying England had already won the series comfortably.
You were up 3-0.
3-0. Yeah. You want bat hold here, you're not bat hold here.
Bill, you know what I said? I said, normally when people talk that, I say them an idiot. I'm not about to listen to you.
Yeah.
But you see, him come with an entertainment story.
Yeah, man. The 150 was in the context of cricket, a bigger end.
No, people not to discuss them arguments when you talk about cricket.
True.
But you see, him a twang.
Yeah.
So,
and he didn't watch any of the games.
He's an American, that.
And unique, because he didn't watch any of the games. He wouldn't see how easy it was on the 400
That's I think, you know. You know, the nail on the head,
yes.
He did not watch the game.
If he had watched the 153 and say, oh, pressuring and difficult it was, my boss, to stay there.
Him not watch none of them.
Boss, Australia in
the ball bounced through the pitch. 400.
Yeah, the pitch was so difficult in the 153 that in the fourth innings, in the second, as the match went on, Australia in the second innings made 146 in them, boss.
Yo, look panic, man.
The second innings, so Brian Lara 150 was more than
Australia. Who else make runs than Brian Lara make runs?
Nobody is on both.
That alone,
on both teams, nobody has passed 40, my boss. On both teams, outside of Brian Lara for the second innings.
Yo, Orville.
Yeah.
More you love my virgin and stop talking the truth some of them.
Which truth, man?
Oh, you have the man that take away the show in Friday, man. I'm not calling the name, man. That's love my friend.
Oh, my God.
And every time you have to talk the truth, you know.
Remember, what truth is it? Remind me of the truth, man.
Remind me of the truth. And every time you have to talk, you can easily debate and beat them, man.
Then, but everybody know.
You know to talk that truth, man. Don't make it stay, no.
You
don't say if anybody that go and say the money that fall in that trap, but you're too jumpy, man.
What mission?
Go and more scared more. I'm making trap in the trap. The whole of one.
Did it sound too confident,
jumpy, man? You're too jumpy.
Oh, so that's why the man even that deny him did take the debate.
Hey, if me I am friend, you know, me I tell him don't debate, you know.
Then everybody who have sense, man, know that them tell him.
You believe that me can have a brand like him and I can debate you? You're mad, man. Me not lose my hype, so. You think so me either? Man, so somebody tell him. Nobody not telling him.
No, do you believe that?
Him just figure it out.
When him get the lick them Friday, and him say, "Who me gonna come say money now? Who me gonna come try? Who me gonna put forward?"
No, sir. The man in nothing so hard, man. The man that waits till the vibes. The vibes him move with. Like him vibes still.
Unique. You hear the table when we play this morning?
No, me never hear it. Me da watch under 19 cricket.
Listen. You can listen while you're deaf on the phone now.
Yeah.
Listen to what the man was saying Tuesday of last week,
which he would have heard. But then
no, why you play the two of them back to back? Listen to them two things at uni.
Yeah, man. Don't hang up.
Don't hang up. Play the first one.
Big up yourself, driver. Big up the Jamaican tourist team. You understand? Big up yourself. Don't come and with me cricket argument. Come regurgitate. They turn the argument round about. No more cricket. Tell the judge to come debate me. Hey, tell the judge to come debate me. Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. You know what I say? Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. Tell the judge to come debate me. Me beat him for free and give the money to charity. You hear the mood? Brian Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith. If take Steve Smith, me take Brian Lara.
Me hear your coldness of time.
Oh, no. Stop. No. Not play the second one yet. Sir, you hear the one the uni?
Yeah, man.
The man all,
the morning, man.
Yeah, the man all have him one mood, you know.
Hear it, man. Yes,
all right.
Hear the man.
2 days after that, listen what the man was saying when a brother named Genus is asking him about the debate. Listen this.
Me hear your coldness of time. Send the dread come.
Send the dread come where? Countless of time I say send the dread come where?
Let me beat him. Enough time here upon the program.
There's upon the program me I beat the dread every day.
Enough time.
You hear me a call for dread? You hear me a call for no debate with the dread?
When the dread come now?
You hear me a call for debate with the dread?
So on Tuesday, I say send the dread come for debate. Line it up, set it up, sign the contract. On Thursday, he has never called for the debate with the dread.
That sounds like a very confused man to me. You know?
You hear Beanie Man do a song when he was born on Carnival, and then he go to Carnival song. I see everything, man. That's for entertainer work, man. You don't understand the thing, man.
No, but here's what
it's a different tune, man.
No, I understand when a man say the man is a better entertainer. But the man enough to compete with me, man. No one like
that's why me say you to jump it. Should I make the world see it? Sure. We do want to see it, man. It no matter.
Listen, my boss. There is absolutely no way where that man would debate. Nothing at all.
Really have something to talk to you about, but it don't slip my mind. I'm here to say something when I write the other day. You know?
That man would not debate any other Jamaican. That man didn't debate Zidane. That man didn't debate no frontline broadcast. He know that is not his strength.
Yeah, but
give him a mic and give him a crowd and him, hey, and he can't compete with it.
He get good writers.
Huh?
Get people to research and write, man, and come up with arguments.
You mean people will give him the arguments for him to debate?
Yeah.
No, man, he doesn't have the ability to present it properly. No. He not have that.
I am. Una beat hard.
No. If you think about it, Uni, if you had a set of people who want to hear the best that Jamaica's sports journalist has to offer in terms of reasoning on a given subject item, that man would be in the top 10, my boss. None at all. If you want a man who can flip-flop,
you know who we believe could have debated them?
Who?
Fan cricket.
Who?
Different mood. Time have more sense. They're not going to debate that argument.
Who that?
The same youth on the bus, man, and in the sports match now.
Ricardo
Chambers. Yeah.
Then talk about man. When you come to Ricardo now and Jordan Ford. No, man, them youth, they are good youth in the business now. Them youth is not about nice.
Jordan Ford have it too?
No, man, they say once you name one of the top line sports broadcasters, they would give a better showing than the flip-flop brethren. We are talking about proper thing now, where no loud noise thing now, just solid argument. That man in the top 10, my boy.
One thing before, I heard you still have a prediction. It's a 2-2.
2-2. With a 2-2 look good now, you know? The 2-2 looks big, man.
I don't want to change it now.
No, a 2-2 myself.
You still after that?
2-2 myself.
What you think, Unique? England will come back 3-2?
England? No, man, England will lose the next match, man. I still embarrass them.
Where's the next game playing, Orville?
Manchester.
Australia big to them win, man. They might come back, man.
Me think 2-2, but you know, Australia is a good side, so who knows? But if me have a better money, now I bet that England will win one of the next 2 tests. So the worst, me think it can be is 3-2, Australia. But me still work with 2.
All right,
one of them are, Australia, England.
Yeah, man.
All right,
cool. All right, we'll take our final break. We're coming back for more.
All right.
Yeah, man. Cool, Uni.
Anybet now offers a third easy, secure, and convenient top-up option for your betting account. Top up wherever, whenever, using your Visa, debit, credit, or MasterCard free of charge to continue gaming. That's right, free of charge. Other top-up options include store deposit and bank transfer. Visit our website for more details. Anybet reminds you to bet responsibly.
Enter the Purina Wiggle for Cash promotion and win your share of $1 million in cash. All you have to do is purchase $3,000 worth of Purina products. Complete entry form or write on paper your name, contact information, and complete the slogan. Attach receipt. Mail to P.O. Box 420, Kingston 6, or drop in boxes at participating stores. Promotion ends August 14, 2023. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act. Purina, your pet, our passion. Distributed by Caramed Group Limited Consumer Division.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Yeah, man. Who we have? CC from Portmore. Yeah.
No, one thing more I mentioned. Remember the day I come here and I talk about Steve Smith versus Lara. And I mentioned that Lara has been #1 in both formats of the game. Something that Steve Smith has not been. And Orville said to me, say, he might talk about test, him not talk about one day. But yet still me here when Orville discuss and I say, oh, Steve Smith is more explosive than Lara in a one day, something in a test argument. So I want to know why he bring up the one day strike rate, ignoring the fact that the same distance that Steve Smith eclipsed Lara in one day strike rate is around about the same distance that Lara eclipses Steve Smith in the strike rate for test cricket.
Yeah, you're asking me a question.
Yeah, that's the question.
You're ready
Why
for
is it that you switch to one day to emphasize the strike rate because you know that it is a low point for Steve Smith in a test cricket. Rather than use him test cricket, you're going to the one day.
But you asked the question. Or you want another chance to ask the same question, or you're ready for my genius reply?
Yeah, give me an answer.
Okay. So the flip-flop gentleman and some others who think Steve Smith don't score quickly believes that him is a boring blocker. Him is a man with scratch and him not play exciting cricket. And they'll tell you that Lara is the more explosive and exciting of the two. I merely pointed out that these people don't watch cricket. Because although the argument is not about one-day cricket, the same Steve Smith actually does score faster than Brian in one-day cricket. He chooses to go slower in test cricket because he opts to take less risk. But he does score faster than a lot of people who will rate as stroke makers. That's all the point I was pointing out, my friend.
Well, question, does he choose to go slower or is he in a more formidable team so he has the ability to go slower?
No, man, and that is, you missed the point I just made. I'm saying Steve Smith scores runs in ODIs almost as fast as Viv Richards used to go in. Viv Richards has a strike rate in ODIs of 90. Steve Smith has an ODI strike rate of 87. When Steve Smith steps on a one-day platform, he has the ability to score rapidly, So when people call him a boring blocker, not realizing that the man has the ability to adapt his game, it means that they are not really watching. But because I watch, I wouldn't call him that. That's all the point the genius is making.
But my only thing is that the basis of the thing is that when even the 153 that Lara made, right?
No, man, do you understand the point I'm making?
I understand the point.
The point is that to call the man a boring blocker.
The fact that he can increase the scoring
Steve Smith has and there are times in test cricket when he scores rapidly as well, But Steve Smith plays situations. So if Australia need quick runs, Steve Smith is just as able to do that as anybody else. And it shows in his one-day game. But if he feels that Australia needs to buckle down and build a score, he's as good at that as anybody else as well. You don't score 87. You don't have an 87 strike rate and a 44 average in ODI cricket if you never had the ability to beat ball and to step the rate up when you so desire. But because other people who take on Steve Smith don't understand cricket, and that is why them can't debate me. Lyrics and I lick them left, right, center. You understand it? Thank you.
But as I said before, that's why I'm going to say, to me, when it comes down to it, it comes down to even the team that you're playing in. For example, Brian Lara, if you look at the support, we always talk about the support that some people receive. Brian Lara, in comparison to his contemporaries, never received the same amount of support with something that when he's playing in terms of batsmen around him as the rest of batsmen, as the rest of top-rated batsmen.
So Steve Smith had more support. Who had more support, Viv Richards or Shiv?
I didn't say that if Viv Richards or Shiv had more support.
Yes. Viv had more support, right?
Yeah, Viv had more support.
But we rate Viv over Shiv.
No, but Viv, the ratings that I have for Viv over Shiv is the fact that, as I said to you, it has to be with the not out situation, where Shiv Narayan Chandapal more likely is batting to save his wicket rather than to score runs.
Shiv Narayan Chandapal has 30 test centuries in him. He just doesn't
No,
go
we're
there.
not saying that he doesn't have a lot of test centuries, but I'm saying to you that more often than not, Shiv Narayan Chandapal's batting style is one of to be.
And I'm saying Shiv has 30 centuries in Test cricket. If people were staying with him a lot more, he'd probably end up with 50 Test centuries. Shiv has shown you that if people just stay with him, he would have as many centuries as probably anybody who played the game. Don't forget that. And here's where hold on, my boss. Understand how people reason at a genius level. Write this down, I'm gonna tell you. They say Lara faced the best aggregation of bowlers ever bowled. Chandapal made his debut 2 or 3 years after Brian Lara, which means that Shiv would have played against maybe 80% of the bowlers that Lara played against. Okay? They say Steve Smith has more help than Lara, so we can't rate Steve Smith as highly. No. Viv Richards clearly never faced the quality of bowling that Shiv faced, especially if you go with what MP players said. B, Viv Richards had more help in his team than probably anybody else ever having a them team in the history of cricket. Okay? But yet, we rate Viv over Shiv. So Viv had more help than anybody else. Viv never played the kind of caliber bowlers that Brian faced. And not only did Viv never play the best bowling that Shiv faced, but the best bowling attack while Viv played Viv they even faced that neither. Because that attack they're on Viv's side. And yet, these people tell you that Viv Richards are far better batsman than Shiv. Because the quality of bowling argument goes out the window when it's Viv and Shiv. The help in your team argument goes out the window when you're talking about Shiv. The quality of the best bowling attack that goes out the window when we're talking about Viv. We argue conveniently, and that is why Orville Higgins must be acknowledged to be the greatest thing with our cricket on radio, and why some little riff-raff man want to come compete with me and then catch them free. And then even not deny, so them they do want debate. That is why, my boss.
So we spend 4 minutes to talk about Viv versus Shiv.
No.
When the conversation is about and I not even spend 30 seconds mention Lara.
No, but But your arguments for Shiv, for Smith, your arguments against Smith should work against Viv as well.
I could have taken on the conversation about Shiv and Viv. The thing about it is, I rate Steve Smith highly. I never say I rate Steve Smith highly. But I tell you so, when you look at everything, you can say that you're saying that Steve Smith is better in your opinion. Yeah. And I'm saying to you that there are multifacets to say that Lara is better and Lara is. If you want to give Dan Bradman because I'm averaging everything else, number one.
We're not getting nowhere with this. We're not going to convince you. And you're not going to convince me.
My thing with my last minute when I get to talk is about your statement really like whisper making the national team and not actually playing in the JPL or something. So I wanted to ask you, have there ever been situations where players Zidane, you still there, right?
Yes.
Have there ever been situations where players have made it to the national program and the back off coming from schoolboy football?
I'm sure there are, but me not like it. But we have to leave it there. So call us back tomorrow.
I can't remember any. Nothing
Alvas Powell, Keith Kelly.
Them never were playing club football.
Bibi Gardner.
Bibi Gardner was playing Premier
League. Man, me attack people who play Premier League.
Ricardo Bibi Gardner was playing Premier League matches. How many Premier League matches did Ricardo Bibi Gardner play?
It doesn't matter. He played some.
As I said to you already, Keith Kelly, when him the Alvas Powell.
All right, call tomorrow with that. The producer, I beg me to squeeze one.
Yeah, man, you should have called with a point.
Yeah, and come off at the point where man I run from. I already enough money upon the table. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Rocker, where you say?
Why are there, man? Just go and take it easy, you know. I still feel a little bit saddened having spent my night or early morning and watch West Indies last week. And I kind of look at it, you know. You remember a while ago, Orville had told you that I don't see the need for the selectors because when I am the coach and I pick the team with the captain,
Man, I agree. I've been saying that for years.
then I will get the full
Selectors
burden
in cricket is outdated, no boss.
based on what I pick. Because when I look at the lineup, I feel like some of these men don't rate the captain, you know.
Which captain?
The ODI captain, Hope.
They don't rate him.
Like in terms of him being their captain, you know, see where the team really react to him, although it was a garbage of a team that they picked still.
No man, you can't look on home and a player know whether them rate him captain or not.
No, I'm saying from the body language of the players, it's like they misfeel. You don't see any reprimand. I look at other teams, you know, and see.
Big man, even before Hope was captain, nothing new. We never made the T20 World Cup the last time around, you know. And when we eventually do make these tournaments, we've been performing horribly, whether Hope is captain or not. So to suggest that body language look worse than Hope, I don't know about that.
I'm not asking you to agree. I disagree.
Yeah.
You realize it is time for them to implement the points that we highlighted as it relates to the shortcomings now.
Which one?
Wherein I was belaboring the point that when a man underperforms for West Indies, there is no serious burden placed on him as if when he underperforms in a sport for Jamaica.
With serious burden, I don't understand where you're saying. Rocker,
Like
you have 2
for
minutes.
example, the amount of pressure that like a Leon Bailey will come under playing for Jamaica. A cricketer, in my estimation, don't come under the same amount
because
of
we don't care about West Indies cricket in Jamaica the way we care about the national reggae boys, my boss. It's simple, you know.
But
you think what kind of pressure you think we place on the national volleyball team when them not do well? You ever hear one man call on the program and cuss the national volleyballer? Or the national hockey team or the basketball team?
No, we used to cuss the volleyball team when it used to good, maybe about 10 years ago.
No, sir. We cuss people when we care. We don't care about West Indies cricket.
So, it's sad though.
It's sad, but it's true.
It's sad.
We cuss when we care. You know, so my people tell me that, Orville, the day me stop cuss you, you know the relationship done. And when they care, then cuss you, then tell us when they care about you, then cuss you. And that my mother used to say when she beat me.
Listen to this now.
Whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. Remember that. Sometimes I wish him never get love it, if he not get the chasteneth.
All right, I know the time I run. So listen. Zidane.
Yes.
I think when Daniel Johnson on the field, we're a little bit more stable attacking wise and maintaining possession in the attacking third, yeah?
Yes.
But Zidane, when the holding player off the field, we're so susceptible to the counter, bro.
Oh.
The one who used to go Glenville. What is his name again?
Lambert. Yes.
Yeah. When him off the field, we're very susceptible to the counter because he's always the one sifting at killing the play instant. But on a whole, I like how the ball moved around last night, and I see where the ball passed at a nice tempo. And we also have to bear in mind that it's a knockout competition, and it was very hot.
But not to pressure the coach for playing two of those kind of players in midfield. You know why?
No,
most teams in the world play with 4 out-and-out attacking players.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the most part. They normally...
Well, I'm not pressuring the coach, you know. We want to win the trophy. You see, this is not an entertaining football for me, you know. This is a result business for me.
All right.
When I want entertainment, is the club level. This is not entertainment.
All right, Rocker.
Rocker, leave it there, my boss.
Hey, man, you shouldn't make your man get your brother. I'm disappointed because I don't want to see what I go on.
Which man?
Such man.
The man will run like thief.
Athletes.
The athletes of the year.
Athlete Tracy.
The man will say, he want to be at me Tuesday and by Thursday, him say, me
never asked them.
You know, like when a man, you say something about a man in a primary school.
Yeah.
And call up a man name. And then they carry the man in front of you. And the man say, you say you got to thump me.
Hey.
The man say, me. You never did say that about you, sir, because the virgin is real.
5,000 admission no than forward. Believe that.
The man say, me. You hear me say, me got to be the man there. That is how bullies get treated. When him see me now, in a person, I say, you have me that talk. The man all of the night, the big bad brand name. Afraid of me like pussy.
Yeah, man.
Everybody find out the man for what it is now. We're not telling him to love me, but him now gonna stop. But the more him continue, the more I'm going to show him up for the, you know what?
All right.
All right, that is
but
it.
the more he call me name, and the more me I gonna show him the kind of man that said that in my lip. None of that.
Big up.
All right, that is it for this afternoon. Thanks to Oscar Hoyt and thanks to Craig Manning, technical operators today. Thanks to all the people who took time to listen us and call us as well. Join us tomorrow. Thanks to Chris Daring for stopping by as well. It was an interesting discussion we had with him. Join us tomorrow, same place, same time. We'll do it all over again. Until then, have yourselves a great evening.
That's the sports desk for today.